We did. We try not to loop, but sometimes we do. Welcome back, everyone, to Bearded.
Emperor Takai.
Oh my.
Oh my.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Bearded Ramblings is here once more with your boy, Low Energy Videos. Quite popular in Iran for reasons you will never know.
He
Krendar,
doesn't know either. Hello. Not
and
very popular in Iran at all.
how do you know? Have you ever done your analytics?
Not lately. Although I get a surprising number of people. Like once in a while, I'll get a message from somebody in chat that I haven't talked to before, and there's a strange percentage of them that turn out to be Norwegian for some reason. So I guess that's my Iran.
Wow, there's a Sargon inspired joke in there somewhere about immigration. And
And
finally,
don't get me
the
started about India. No.
how about we don't? We've just started the episode, and we are joined by the Raisin Girl, who is currently in limbo between in time and space between being on camera and not on camera. So yeah,
Therefore, we are not cameraing.
Schrodinger's camera.
Not today.
Um. Uh, so how's everyone doing? Keeping warm and safe, I hope.
And finally got
Mostly.
some rain here. So
Oh,
we
were you
hadn't
lacking?
had proper rain, not since since September, which is really unusual for us. But
Mm-hmm.
we got like a nice solid 2 days of drizzle. So the plants are a bit happier. That's nice. You know, little green up for the holidays.
What do
Good.
you
I
think?
hear a lot of other people in the south, like south of us, are getting snow. We're up here finally getting rain, and there's other places getting snow. The weather is bizarre, y'all.
It's funny that the South is getting the snow before the North. I
We're
love it.
getting rain. We're barely getting rain, and West Virginia is getting snow.
Um, when do you think first snow's gonna hit? Sometime in December.
Oh no, we haven't been getting a whole lot of snow to be honest, but
I'm surprised it hasn't
maybe
happened
we'll see.
yet,
My
honestly.
my memories
I'm
of
thinking, I'm thinking August.
Philly.
We'll get a lot of snow in August.
Yeah,
That's about how
You
it
know what?
feels.
At this rate, yeah, wouldn't be
yeah,
surprised. But up here, normally we get at least
Me
one
either.
tiny little light snow in November at some point. So I'm surprised we haven't had that yet.
We
Also,
used
on
to
the other
get
hand, not
snow.
entirely surprised anymore these days. So who knows?
Yeah, we a lot of times we used to be able to go after Thanksgiving and go sledding.
yeah.
That wasn't
My
unusual. Like
memories
every couple
of
of years we could do that.
working in Penn and being around Philly, we usually tied in my birthdays. So obviously, like between November's and February's, and sure enough, it was a frosted. The very first time I went there, like we had to like completely dress up in these huge bubble coats. And there's a great picture of an old friend of
Because it's
mine.
wet too. It's
Yeah,
a humid cold too, so it bites right into your bones. But
very Irish.
yeah, it used to be anything from Thanksgiving all the way to St. Patty's Day. It could because it's snow. I've been to the bar plenty of times on St. Patty's Day and it was snowing outside.
Then, of course, in your summer times, it's so fucking humid. Jesus Christ! Like in between Brett Keene's legs. Like what the fuck? The
You
yeah.
have to use that phrase.
I was thinking of anyone fat, and it was like Shani. No, I don't need to be that evil. And then I'm like, who else?
Okay,
Brett.
well, at least we got the lesser evil then.
Yeah, you got the silver medal of crotch rot. Silver medal of crotch rot. Coming soon to a theater near you. Um,
Why didn't
uh,
we get any ticket sales?
um, speaking of, go and watch the Gladiator film if you haven't yet, the new one. It's passable. It's not great.
Go watch it. It's not great.
It's halfway between. It's a fusion of bronze medal and silver medal. It's a shame because the first Gladiator film was so goddamn great and so impactful to the wider, like we wouldn't have had Game of Thrones or fucking Narnia or a lot of those knockoff ones or all those like sword and sandal films my dad worked on before he died. Like there was a lot of like
You can tell us you
impact.
were egghead.
There are many people, or Vosh for that matter, considering his dad worked on the exact same mistake he did. He worked
Oh no,
special effects.
if you would definitely be closer to being vouched than an egghead.
Yeah, I don't know. I have my egghead moments, but I suppose we all do. It's why he's so endearing to us. Um,
Indeed.
although
Like it's the same movie remade, or they just have another movie named Gladiator.
oh, it's Gladiator 2. It's of course with the Roman numerals.
When Disney
Um,
does a sequel, like years later, they're just like, "How do we make some money?" There was a movie that we had that was popular
yeah,
once. Let's make a sequel.
basically it is a direct sequel. It's 16 years
Like,
after, and the
to
best part about
videotape.
it is Denzel Washington. That's the best part of it. Like he doesn't even put an accent on, but you still believe him. He's that good.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. How did they cast Denzel in some 15-year-old sequel?
Well, because it's Gladiator. It's still a big fucking brand for a lot of douchey white guys who drive trucks in suburban areas.
Drive trucks down
Are
to
they
go
gonna
see the
release
Coliseum.
Which is
like
what they call the Juggerloaf.
We all know the Coliseum is the
Denny's,
Popeyes
uh, or
or
Waffle,
Denny's.
or Waffle House.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, no, it's the Waffle House. It has to
I saw a meme recently of Goku striding up all confidently to the Waffle House, and then the next panel he's like lying bleeding in the parking lot.
be. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do the shill and then let's get into it then. Standard fare as always, like, share, and subscribe. Links down below. You'll find links to Raisin. For once, I actually put your link tree down there, so all in one. And Krendar's link tree and my much more jumbled stuff. Also, but maybe start looking for me a little bit more on Blue Sky. Saying in the
what's
near
that?
future. Ooh. It's all right. Picture Twitter without the right-wing lunatics.
What was talking about?
That's what we're talking about. Blue Sky.
It,
I
it's
think that's
another
the same
social
thing Red was talking about.
Yeah, it's another social media site that's getting more popular as people leave Twitter. So part of the thing too is you know how Twitter has ad revenue on it too, right? For the check marks and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
so essentially all the blue check marks are essentially flooding Twitter with just pointless bullshit engagement bait posts.
Mm.
Like, oh, which one would you rather date? You know, a picture of like a frumpy girl and a really sexy girl. Like, well, I mean, obviously most people are going to say the same thing. This isn't a real question. You're just, trying to get people to reply and shit. It's engagement bait.
Right.
So
Well,
you
the
got the
blue
right
check thing
wing,
is absolute bullshit now, right? Like anybody can
right?
have one. They
Yeah,
just have to pay like a
yeah. You just
subscription
buy
for
it.
it. Doesn't
Yeah.
even
So it's a
mean you're
mixture.
official.
So you got the mixture of the engagement bait, the bigoted douchebags,
Crypto
the alt
scam.
righters, which is so often the same thing as the last thing I said. All this shit, and Blue Sky is basically what if Twitter didn't have any of that stuff and just had reasonable people and talking about actual stuff.
I heard someone say it reminds them of early Tumblr before the first of the stupid rules got put in. And I don't know if that's true or not. I'd have to ask Elf King. But yeah, it's pretty good. And the weird thing is you can't link it. You have to like in the traditional way. Rather, you show off the Blue Sky logo, and like this is your thing, and then you go and you add it. You also can if can you still do you still need to be invited?
Nope, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. I can thank Bill Portley in the chat there, to who invited me in back in the day.
Which is
Um,
probably why they've been getting millions of new users lately.
a lot of them are Taylor Swift fans. There's up to 20 million new people now. A
Yeah.
good chunk of them would be
Hey,
Taylor.
hey, Taylor Swift fans, thanks for helping us out during that election.
Hmm. I'm sure there was a slight increase, but a 1% and a 2% isn't going to cut it. Still, I'm
Where
sure
were
there
you
was
when we needed
some.
you?
I'm sure there was some 18-year-old voting for the first time who voted just because Tay Tay tilted it one way or another. So good for you, I guess. I mean, you
Mm.
failed, but don't let that put it off in 4 years. Seriously, we're going to fucking need you in 4 years. So don't get any ideas about getting disillusioned.
No, we won't because he can't run again in 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Unless he somehow manages to pull off the bullshit.
Yeah,
But
Uh,
here's the
right,
thing.
right.
uh,
Here's the thing,
He
though.
won't get
If
there if he tries that.
I mean, if he manages to change that rule and so that there's no term limits anymore, he'll probably somehow also just have himself installed for life without many more voting as well. So I don't know.
Also, you're forgetting that he is the gateway for all his sycophantic fans to come in afterwards. So who's going to
Oh, I
take over
mean,
after?
there's a high likelihood that whoever the next Republican candidate is will be a little mini Trumpling of some sort. Yeah.
Vance himself
His
could run.
daughter or son-in-law.
Yep. Oh God, Trump Jr., the one who's been wrecking the housing market in New York.
No, it would
Yep.
be his daughter or his son-in-law.
What about Barron? Is he old enough yet? Maybe he can change the law to let Barron in. Um, there's a weird sub. Before we get to Sargon, talking about weirdos on the right, there's a weird subsect on Twitter who are idolize the living shit out of Baron Trump, and they see him as like the princeling of the new empire, and it's so creepy. They put him in like Roman regalia and shit, and it's just
What's the what's their stated reason why they idolize him?
because Trump is the one who's going to break the stupidity of democracy, and then henceforth he'll have a direct heir.
I mean, okay. I mean, he might break democracy, not in the
Yeah.
way, not in a good way, but
There's no good way of breaking democracy unless you upgrade to like something better than virtual democracy, where we all have
oh,
machines in our head that goes. "Doo-doo-doo-doo,
actually, no.
doo-doo-doo."
What America needs? What America needs is an upgrade to actual democracy because it's not what they have right now. They have a republic.
Yep.
Bingo.
They have, but you know the Republicans will never lose the electoral college because it's the only thing that keeps them going. Although this election did show when they really want to and they really need to, and the opposition sucks this bad, they can even still occasionally get the popular vote, which is sad because that means even in some alternate realities where the electoral college didn't exist, Trump still might
He
have
still
gotten the
won.
office. Yeah, that's how
Mm-hmm.
bad you fucked it up, Kamala. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go from something sad to
Just
something
hurts the
sad.
whole damn DNC and the way that the whole thing is run. Like yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, just a quick preface on this. It's obviously he's been getting more and more delusional over time, but I ended up watching this one just out of pure morbid curiosity
Whoa,
and
whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on.
it,
You're robot. You're roboting. You're roboting.
uh
Yeah, you're roboting for me too.
beep beep boop testing beep boop
Okay, keep talking.
boop
Oh,
testing beep boop.
a little. I, I
A little
guess.
crackly, like you have a wire loose, but it's not as bad as it was at first.
I will try. Hold on.
Welcome.
I actually didn't end up watching this, so it's going to be completely fresh eyes for me, like you guys were
Same.
saying.
Beep
So
beep beep boop.
That's better. That's better.
better.
Better? Okay. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So he's been getting more and more delusional over the years, of course, but this one just turned out to be the absolute levels of delusion were even higher than I was expecting. So it's a good lolcow laugh is what we're gonna have here.
Did you see the?
Sargon of Delulu.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the video that TJ put out about the new atheists. He quotes Sargon from a video with this background, and I'm thinking I'm going to hear that clip in this. Other than that, I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Maybe his video came out after this one, so
Hmm.
it could be from this. I don't
Didn't
remember
see
what the
either,
clip
so
was, but
Well, let's
yeah,
get
we're just
going.
gonna
Great
we're just gonna have a
maybe
laugh
we
at
can
it.
have a look at that
symbolic
after
nature
this,
of
or I don't know.
things.
We'll see.
But
That's
I've
way too big. But
Yeah,
we
it's a long video.
we could do it next week. Oh no, we won't have the guest on who would really
The
grapple it.
whole video, there's like a long video that's just on this. All right, yeah, I'll take
Oh
y'all's
no,
word for
no,
it. We'll talk about it
No,
after
no,
this.
no,
it's
no,
it's not
no, no.
it's not all on this. It's just a long video in general,
I
and
need,
it happens to quote this.
Yeah.
Briefly.
termed their metaphorical character, what they stand for, and to what they directly refer when mentioned. And Trump is the quintessential American metaphor. When you think about it, it's hard to imagine anyone more American.
lead in the water. Like
It's American.
Trump is the quintessential American.
he's turning into the confused, sad-looking worm face meme, only orange. He's so wrinkly.
Than Donald J. Trump. You can't speak of Trump without speaking to the United States that produced him, either. He is emblematic of a people, of a place, and of a way of life that was the success story of the 20th century. Trump, like America, isn't perfect. He's loud, he's brash, he's frequently tactless, as Americans often are, but he's also gregarious, kind-hearted, and brave. Americans
No, no, and no. These are incorrect
Kind-hearted
statements
and
made by a
brave.
moron.
Like, we know we're talking about a politician, right? Like that does
Right.
not apply on any side of the fence.
Gregarious.
Especially not Trump.
They're called bride.
Certainly
Like,
not at that level. Maybe
gregarious
in
is
local
not
government.
bride.
Maybe.
Gregarious is like walking over to someone you haven't seen in ages, patting them on the back and saying, "How is the kids?" That's being gregarious. Trump,
But if he thought he was getting something out of it,
exactly, which is the very opposite of gregarious.
yep.
Mhm.
have a particularly noble quirk in their souls,
Noble.
which is that they just tend to expect the best of everyone.
Ooh,
They're
I'm
in-
going to quote Bill Corbett here, and on the off chance he hears this, hey Bill, thanks for following me on Blue Sky. He's as noble as a bladder infection. There. You're as
Sounds
noble
about
as a bladder infection. I love that line.
Optimistic people. They can get things done. And in this way, Trump isn't just a metaphor for America, he is an avatar of it. He is the most American I've ever seen,
Pacific
and he
Rim where
shamelessly and
Trump coming out fighting
open-heartedly
the
loves
kaiju.
his country. He is
Yep.
authentic about this, in a way only someone not trained to be a politician is
He is
able to be,
authentic.
and this is why people
Trained to
love
be a
him,
person.
and they really do love him. He is standing up for a certain way of life, their way of life, a way of life that is open, honest, and respectable, in which they are a free people, able to live unbounded by excess rules, to deal with the world as they see.
Like not checking food or making sure that the Bible is in class, because we're about to see all that shit. Also, I'm sure the Kremlin will have lots of new rules for Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah. Is it just me, or is living without excess rules sound like some Andrew Ryan bullshit?
This is exactly what it is, because he is a libertarian. You know that, right? Like Sargon is a libertarian. He won't call
Is
himself
he?
like an outright libertarian. He's kind of like a social libertarian. He likes the idea of governments keeping away, so he can kind of then talk about all he wants without fear of being called a hate monger. But the thing about Sargon is that he's also completely spineless compared to the people who came after him. Like compare Sargon to Nick Fuentes. They swim in the same disgusting seas, but one goes way deeper than the other. But
His
they
name
are
without cringing, like to my core. That
Right?
dude has such a little rat voice.
Yeah.
and that rat
So-
voice sold people. That's the scary part. this is the thing I say. Just because English people sound fucking smart, don't mean shit. They just sound like he sounds like a
Sound
prickly
smart. They sound
cunt.
like documentary, like if they have the right flavor of the accent sometimes, but like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
like
Sargon is
Sargon.
basically Nick Fuentes after he learns how to sound smart.
Nick Fuentes sounds like this. Sargon sounds like this, and they're both touching the same vein. And in between that, I suppose, is Ben Shapiro too.
I don't want to hear anything about either one of them touching veins.
Veins,
That makes your
girthy,
skin hurt.
girthy veins.
I don't even like you anymore.
Oh, great! Now I'm not invited to our birthday party.
Fit and where hard work is properly rewarded.
Yeah,
So what is
Trump, well
ranged
known for
against
hard
him?
work.
Well, it's hard to pin down exactly. Some kind of informal but tangible international liberal order, which operates in a completely different way. It isn't happy, it isn't confident, it isn't predicated on hard work and honesty. In fact, it seems to be an amalgamation of all of the worst traits a person can possess.
EU. He shows Angela Merkel because he hates the EU. That's why he voted for Brexit. How's Brexit working out for you there, buddy? How's it doing, big fella? You enjoying the fact that the Britain no longer has access to one of the best militaries in the world? I'm sure that makes your PP very small, but no more smaller than, I don't know, how about your economy? How's that doing? And all those immigrants that suddenly vanished overnight, they didn't increase in number. Like I'm glad.
Trump
I'm
too.
always
Like,
glad that
I
Brexit happened because he got everything that he didn't want. Like, congratulations. And I hope the Trumpites have 4 years of them going, oh, it's already started. He got people in who backed Soros back in the day to work in like big cabinet positions. And all the libertarians were screaming, you know, the ones who believed Alex Jones's bullshit about Soros in the bunker with the Fed. They're like, but he didn't vote libertarian. He didn't get a single libertarian in his cabinet. And they voted solely thinking that he'd get a libertarian in the cabinet. Oh, I love it. I love it. I just love when I love when fascists get what they want because it never is what they want. They'll always self-sabotage, or their plans will just result in them flying into the sun. Um. Oh yeah.
The
No.
forces against him pretend to be joyous or optimistic, but they are instead envious, bitter, resentful, pessimistic, scheming, and deceitful. What
Oh,
the Democrat
like
machine
rats,
has drawn
maybe.
together are the angry, selfish, indolent, and jealous malcontents of America. People who never built anything, and who look with seething hatred upon those that did, and see state power as a way of taking from the hard-working and redistributing it to their lazy and often criminal dependents.
What? Oh, the welfare state, right? Yeah, yeah. Sargon, you're probably alive because of the NHS, so don't maybe dismiss dismiss the welfare state. Maybe, you know, maybe don't rip it apart.
working
Oh,
these days too. I don't usually see him on. Is he on camera anymore?
yeah, he does that Lotus
On
Eater.
a different channel, yeah.
Yeah, the Lotus Eater
He's got
pod.
like he's got at least 3 channels.
Oh, doesn't he have a thing with a priest? He talks to a priest every
Oh, sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. That might be a 4th channel. I don't know. He's got this is his main channel. He's got the Lotus Eaters, and he's also got one called Akkad Daily, and he's on camera for that one too.
This
But he
It's
tends
really
to do
painful to listen to
the.
in real time.
I mean, on camera is even worse because then you get to see his smug expression too.
well, because he's surrounded by
Well,
yes men.
then I know
Is
where he stands.
is Milk Boy still around? His little second in command who always agreed with
I
him.
don't know. He's actually the reason I stopped watching that show. I can't stand that little weasel.
Milk Boy, yeah.
He's awful. He is such a little sycophant.
Jake was the one that coined that term for him, and I have no idea about anything. But then I look at him and I'm like, oh, of course, yeah, Milk Boy, yeah.
He looks like he's made of milk.
He's so like he's just a bag of like
He's
wet clay that is just being like no, it would be something more like cookie dough or something. He's so soft and
if anybody's
malleable.
ever wondering If anybody's ever confused as to what the word milk toast means, just point at that guy.
Milk boy.
he's milk toast, the person.
I wonder if like he gives me that same vibe of Ned Flanders, just how boring he is. To the point where I wonder if he has like a
Flanders is cooler than him.
yeah, but they probably still both have like a slice of white bread with a glass of water on the side for dipping.
Yeah.
See, Flanders is the milk toast we want. The dude you're talking about is the milk toast no one needs.
You say
Yes.
that because Flanders is built like a fucking brick shit house and his dick goes down past his
Stupid
knees.
sexy Flanders.
Stupid sexy Flanders. The man with the chest.
Theirs is an empire built from a grim reliance on the dark
Megan Thee Stallion! Oh no! Western society has fallen because asses exist.
side of human nature, the self-interested, grasping, green-eyed side. They have created a coalition of vice and declare it to be the equal of virtue. Present in their hearts is a manifest state of injustice, and they seek to externalize that not just upon America, but the entire world. Look at what they're offering. Their primary campaigning points are the ability to murder unborn babies, to give
Great. I mean, you do it too. You just take longer. You know? Oh, you're born? Great. Fuck off. You don't get any support. Going back to the whole welfare thing. So yeah, fuck it. And at least the suffering on this earth would be limited. Also, I thought maybe a part of you would be kind of okay that the majority of people who want abortions would be, not white. Wouldn't you be happy for that for some reason there, Sargon? Or are we going to bring up V again? Because I remember V. And I'm not talking about the character from Cyberpunk. VEE, Goat Boy.
preferential treatment to foreign peoples,
Yeah.
to give leniency
Too
for criminals,
spicy for
and to
Sargon.
steal the wealth of the hard-working for the sake of the feckless, and all done under the hollow term social justice. This is not just an election.
Only
This is a
right
moment-
wingers use that term. Just like DEI or woke or anything like that. They create their own boogeyman from like scraps. They'll hear a story of like some college kid who wants a black only space on campus for one day of the year so they can just make a statement about a wider issue. And suddenly, that's what they're going to do to our schools. Well, yeah, don't you want that too? You want return to segregation. So, like, well, just let them have it. Can you hear my blood boiling, by the way? I don't like this. I don't like this man one bit. I do not like him. I want him not to. I want Medicare to go at him again.
He's even more ridiculous than usual in this video, isn't he?
And he is a low bar to begin with. I almost want Magicus here to be like, so what was he like when you... No, I have asked him before, like, what was he like when you met him? Although, I keep forgetting, he met him at the same time as he met Tim Pool. And I want to know how Tim Pool is, because Tim Pool's a Russian agent. Ooh, I wonder if Sargon's a Russian agent. Ooh.
It was after that night.
Oh God, Tim taking him out back, and there's like these very seedy looking people with Eastern European accents with briefcases full of money. Like I would take
or briefcases full of brainworms.
Oh God, it's basically just like Alex Jones was right in the reverse. The right wingers being taken over by the aliens. No, forget Alex Jones. Gary was right. The necromancers, the techno necromancers from Alpha Centauri.
Yes.
And I just finished that quest.
That's
to
actually funny
decide
for me
the
because I've been
fate
watching more of
of
that
the
guy
moral
lately too.
order of the
Didn't he? I saw a clip where he was answering chat, and he just there like, "I told you, man, reptilians." Like,
Yeah, he's got a good sense of humor.
The machine of a kind of feminine woke globalism, of HR
Feminine.
meetings and emotional blackmail and
Look, look at this shit, right? Like they're angry because they took the libertarian flag and they mocked it. And wait, no, 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 no. Hold on. I forgot. He's holding up the Southern flag as a pride and the libertarian thing as a pride.
Hmm.
So BLM, Black Lives Matter, correct. It's kind of a given. Like no one ever says Inuit lives matter. Notice that? We just take it as a given that somewhere out there right now there are Inuits and their lives matter. So Black Lives Matter too. No, at no point does that take away the ability for white people to lives not to matter.
Indeed.
Like it's so strange. It's so bizarre that I I think they just don't like getting called out. Because I'm scratching my head for when I was like a right winger and mine was just so not pussy whipped. I used Sargon as an example of how pathetic the right wing movement had gotten, but in hindsight, his way succeeded because he allowed a slow return of the more violent angles that we were kind of clinging on from the previous cycle, post World War II, the 80s ska skinhead, post Thatcher sort of you fucking what? Like that's not going to change politics. Scumbags like this can change politics, but people listening to him might. And that's, I hate to say it, very successful. And the
You
left
gotta
needs
let
to
people
listen.
speak and live and learn, though. Like they have to learn. You're hiding it is what's getting us what we're getting. Trying to suppress people and their voices is not going to work. It's just going to get us more of this shit where people are just quiet and doing dumb things because they're angry that they're not being heard.
Well, that's why
Yeah,
the
we don't
sorry.
know what shit they're getting up to because they're not talking about it. Yeah.
Right. Let them speak. Disinfectant. Let the sunlight shine on it all. But it's gonna but you gotta accept the people. Like even the whole like everybody being afraid. Like if there were a way that he could change it so that the vote would be different in 4 years, I would. I hate to say it, but he's going to have the majority of the public
Yes,
behind him if he does it,
if
and
he
it's
just makes big
because
number smaller
people
number.
are not being listened to.
Hmm.
He knows how to work that. He's an excellent salesman.
It's not a matter of like shutting right wingers up. Left wingers, the people on the left, like whether you're a sort of like a blue dog Republican, I'm sure they do exist. A blue dog Democrat, or like a far right borderline pseudo anarchist who spends all day like prepping AKs and talking about the revolution. Um, if they could just get their fucking act together and learn from the Trump era. Look how successful it has been. Where's our equivalent? We had it in Bernie, but frankly, Bernie is done. Who's the next one up? I've heard some people say Jon Stewart. Very cool idea. Is he interested? Would it pan out? Dunno. But if not, AOC, same idea because she's smart. She actually listens. But all those people are dogpiled. They're pushed down, or they're kicked out of the party, or they're just sidelined. Why? Because
No.
interest groups and the chart says. Because what did Kamala do? She spent $1 billion on people in New York and LA to point at charts in big offices and go, well, the chart says that people like. No, go out and ask them.
It's all lies. It's all bullshit, and it's all bias, and none of it's being done right, and nobody wants to talk about it because they're all busy going. I can't say anything about bad about my side because I'm too busy saying anything I can bad about the other side, so that we can talk about it and keep ourselves busy
Yeah,
chasing our tails while we
TJ
all
said
get
this, like
fucked.
Trump bad, but what else?
All
Okay,
bad. All
yeah,
bad. We lose. Period.
like, come on,
I,
folks.
I I would vote. I would absolutely vote the fuck out of Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert, 2028.
You do need an establishment person for that. That actually could be AOC's VP. Stuart Cortez. Ooh. You could imagine the smear campaigns. I mean, you've got a woman who Ben Garrison fantasizes about her feet over on a daily basis. You've got Jon Stewart being a Jew, and you have also AOC being, of course, a woman and Hispanic. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course, he is Jewish, which means he'll get the very influential Ben Shapiro vote.
No, because he's very anti-Israel, which is very lovely to see. Because you know he understands the difference between anti-Zionism and anti-Semitics. There's a huge difference, but Israel wants to control that narrative. And the worst part is that both parties agree. They've actually changed the ruling, saying that if you it can now be considered a hate crime if you go after Israel, because it will be considered anti-Semitism, aka they've won. Let's move on before I get even.
Exploitation versus a group that espouses a more masculine patriotism in a world of great men and heroes where people are recognized for their worth. The choices before Americans today are the further managed
14
decline of your
one man.
country or the mythological rebirth of it. This is the choice, and
Rebirth,
it is laid
a
out
new
for us by
right,
both
if you will.
candidates in their rhetoric. Make America equal or make America great. It's time.
Ugh. He's so scared of the idea of equality. Why? You'd still be a prick. If you had more power or less power, you'd still be a prick. Like, just I, I
Nobody has power that's not given to them. If people are
oh,
following him and
Sargon wouldn't
listening
get
to him,
jack
it's
shit.
because there is something wrong that's deeper than just some jackass saying something and people think he's smart because he has an accent. It is not that simple. He has a following because there's a calling to hear what that kind of voice has to say.
I
That's the
agree.
problem, and
I
we
mean,
need to be addressing that.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Not us. I don't think we can do jack shit about it. We're just laughing at this dude on the internet. Give me a second.
no, yeah, yeah. But no, you are right there because, like I was saying, like who do we have? Even in, I think BBC recently did a survey on influencers and what have you, and the majority of like people who do this sort of thing as a living or as a strong hobby, where they make a decent living and shit. But it's not like their job. They they're predominantly white guys and conservative. Like a good chunk more of them. And yeah, because they're tapping into shit, and there's a lot of reasons why. The most obvious is, well, a lot of white guys, a lot of guys, wider issue, feel lonely and listless. So listen to his rhetoric there. Heroes, a new age, making better. Like this is shit that you pump someone up before you go off to war. And this is exactly what they fucking they live for. They need to feel like they're standing up against the enemy. The enemy isn't that trans girl over there. You know why? Because she's stuck paying overpriced rent too. Like you are both allies, not enemies. But he's turned the powers that be, and there is no secret cabal laughing maniacally over a globe. It is just interest groups at the time, just saying this, that, and the other. But on top of that, then you get into wider issues about, like, say, gender relations and the roles of like relationships or lack thereof, or genuine issues about the economy, which again the left did nothing to address. But the right at least placates it. They're not going to get what they want. Tariffs are not going to solve the issues of this, but it's just going to feed more bullshit because they're already talking about Trump's last term in this golden age when things went better. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Like nothing got done. The stimulus check though had Trump's name on it. That was genius. That was a tangible thing. Somebody who couldn't afford car payments, couldn't afford fucking their pay back their payday loans to make sure their health is sorted, couldn't pay off rent, couldn't pay off their college degrees. Like oh it's something. You're right, like Raisin. It is something you really got to just look at. And that includes acknowledging that these fuckers tapped to that shit, tapped that vein, if you will.
Because he's giving them their band-aid. Like
Yeah,
we need to see what it is that people are looking for a band-aid for, and dig deeper into and actually address the issues that people are having, because letting it get addressed in this way is clearly not taking us to a good place.
no,
Like
for,
I
like
mean, let the fools on the internet say what they're gonna say. Like, I'm not saying like shut anybody's voice down. I'm just what I'm saying is look to the audience, look at what their core concerns are, and start trying to figure out
well, you know what?
where the systematic issues are, what people's real concerns and needs are. Because most people, when you have a one-on-one conversation with them, are fairly fucking rational. As much as the group makes it look like it's not that way,
Mm,
individuals are. So something seriously is disconnected, right? Like, so if we get people to be able to align with how they speak individually as a group, we might be all right. But right now, groupthink and the mob shit and people's dissatisfaction has them following after anything that sounds sure or is echoing the kind of anger that hits that spot for them, like listening to an angry song when you're in a mood, right? Like something to kind of bleed off that pressure. Like that's what we're seeing, and it's yeah. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go off on my soapbox shit. I just
oh no, we brought you on to
hmm.
ramble and you're rambling. Ah, how could you?
Damn, and I shaved that other beard this morning. I'm not fitting in because that's right. I'm your beardless honorary beardless rambler
In
today.
winter? You got rid of your merkin in winter? You poor dear.
Yeah, man, it's too much. It's too much. I can't with that. I can't. It's so gross. Have you ever put hair in a petri dish and put it in like it's like almost like a chicken broth, and you put it in like a little thing that looks like an oven to see how much it like you're for growing bacteria.
Yes,
All
I've
the thing
seen
is the
that.
nasty shit you can put in those hair is wild. So ever since like 10th grade biology, you damn right a bitch shaves everything she can. Hair is gross.
Hair is, isn't
So
hair
no
just,
playing of Welcome to the Jungle then?
No. At least not for my intro song. I like the song though.
um, uh,
Keep it smooth, ladies. Keep it smooth.
I'm sure there's a very good crooning song about linoleum or something like that. uh, Grandar, you want to chime in with Etten, seeing that this is a topic that is also affecting you as well?
I mean, you got it pretty well covered already.
This is
I'm
a,
good.
I mean, I could get angry, or I could at least vocalize my thing, because the worst part is they make points, and when they make points, we can bitch about it or we can address them, but you know at this point it's moot. The damage is done, and you know what I'm actually gonna say? They've not been as smug as I thought they'd be en masse. I'm
So
not
far.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what I've seen it. I've seen this sort of level of from just a collective douchebaggery of people probably banned from Tinder. But like for the most part, I've seen some deranged stuff like I was saying before on the Baron Trump shit. But oh, I just
Chat
I
going to. Well, I have it on Snapchat.
sorry, what?
You have a lot of stuff going on in chat. I didn't even realize chat was hopping like that. Sorry, bud.
Yeah,
That's
you
some
That's
good
you
points.
because fuck Top Chat. That's why.
Yeah,
Live chat is where it's at.
Yeah, I
live
just
chat all
realized
the way.
that. I just changed it to live chat. I'm sorry, y'all.
I got into the habit of changing it immediately before the show even starts.
OBS is
I did, but
switched
then I
on.
accidentally closed it. When I opened it, it was refreshed, and I forgot to change it back again.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Wait.
I saw that Gage. I heard Biden and Top D's were facing the election map. I hear they're going to lose 400 seats, and they were willing to do it just for his fucking ego. They knew they didn't have a shot, and yet they still stuck it around. And then Kamala said the best thing in the world when she was asked early on when she switched over, "What are you going to do different than President Biden?" She said, "Not much. Fuck you, lady. You just."
Yeah, no, was it Red? Yeah, quoted her in the chat earlier. Or I forget which one of them mentioned it. And they're like, yeah, no, it's all good. Makes sense. Like, I'll just be the same thing. I'm like, ah, um,
Yeah, it's the same. You think they'd have learned their lesson with Hillary, but that
right?
old
She did the same exact thing. They asked her, how would you be different from Obama? And she said, woman. I could have fucking died. I was like,
Pokemon go to
really?
the polls.
Really?
Vote for boobs.
Yeah, basically. And you know what else? I was in America. I was
Man,
in Omaha
that's
at the
both of you
time.
now. You just made me think of Hillary Clinton boobs. I'm not talking to you for another 30
Hey,
seconds.
we watched this. We watched the damn South Park episode where her snatch went on a hostage taking moment. If anyone remembers that, with the gun
Oh,
pointing out between her
was that
legs.
was that the one with the suitcase bomb?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that bitch probably has the scariest snapper ever.
Now that's
That's
probably. I
why
don't even.
that's why Bill doesn't want to touch it. That's why what's her face happened instead.
Lewinsky. She was just the most obvious.
Lewinsky,
Yeah,
yeah.
he got around, including to our good friend Epstein. Of course, and so did Trump. That's actually a great metaphor right there. Just both of them hate will throw each other under the bus and just say that I party's better, whatever. And they both ended up hanging out with Jeffrey a lot.
Right. Man,
It's
I have to say, when I suggested this video, I didn't think it was going
It's
to
the
take
whole
half the episode today.
system. Right.
you
Well, the
didn't
whole
think
system is disgusting. I did. As soon as I realized we were stopping every 20 seconds, I knew we
Oh
weren't getting
yeah.
through this 7-minute
yeah,
video.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I had a good sleep beforehand, so I'm just full of caffeine.
You
So
are
I'm
full of beans, sir.
yeah. But let's keep going.
Time to choose between the cold machine of rational calculation or the triumph of the human
Triumph
spirit.
of the will.
If Kamala loses, nobody will remember her. And if she wins, nobody will remember her either, because she isn't a character in the
Yes,
story.
he did post this just
Nobody
before the
loves
results.
Kamala Harris, which is why she had to drop out of the 2020 primary on 5%, and why the machine just skipped having a primary in 2024. She's just the empty vessel that the international global order is using to bring itself into being. Just like Starmer, Trudeau, Ardern, and the rest of the WEF shills. Just look at the quality of the people who surround her. Would you want the endorsement of Dick Cheney or Cardi B?
You wanted Dick Cheney's endorsement.
Would you trust any of them to babysit your children? Would you entrust them with money?
What does that have to do with being a politician?
They themselves are not people of good character. And by comparison, the genuine stars of our era are lining up behind the great man of history. Tulsi, RFK, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, and so many others join the roster of the victims of the Democrats'
cunts.
Cultural Revolution. All of the mythos of the United States that the Democrats have sought to reduce, to erode, to denigrate and discredit is all for Trump. But it's not just Trump that they are for. They are for America itself. It is the history, the nationhood, and the continuance of America and its people that they stand for. Because if the Democrats win, such things will cease to exist.
No,
there won't be a mythos
We're
of
not
America,
as cool as you think
of the
we
West, of the world. There won't be this great story. What there will be is numbers on spreadsheets, rights claims, handouts, racial categories, grievance mongering, endless corporate tone policing, as you are systematically reduced by government policy and international institutions to a serf on the global plantation, while the world sinks.
Whereas if you guys get in the literal plantation for a lot of people, so this is
Into the underdark loom of the great cave, governed by an eternal den mother of which there is no escape.
den
The
mother.
paradigms
His
come to
language.
their final
Don't
conflict
tell him.
today. And
Such a
you
little
need to
fat-
choose which one you will be. Will you be a global citizen of nowhere who takes their allotted share of nothing for the duration of your unmemorable life before you eventually get liquidated back into the sludge that birthed you? Or are you going to be Americans? Choose wisely and vote. I and the rest of the Lotus Eaters team, along with an incredible selection of guests,
Yeah, fuck off. What a disgustingly predictable man.
Your words. Paul Lasher.
He's just yeah. As
His-
in an alternate
His fall
reality.
to the far right is really accelerating lately.
What do you mean accelerating? He's hit it now, but he's not as far right as. I mean, that's why he's not as popular as he once was. He's just he's a stepping stone. He's a gateway drug. He's a light beer compared to some people out there. Like if Nick Fuentes is like fentanyl, he's a light beer or coffee. Like he's nothing.
You remember when him and his buddy V and his other buddy Arch played a role playing game of Nazi vampires?
I remember that. I explained that to Commissar Feelgood, and she went into a whole spiel about how, oh no, that's actually in the lore and stuff like that. And like, yeah, no, they homebrewed it. And I'm like, why would they homebrew it? Because there was too many debuffs for Nazi vampires, so they had to tweak it. Like, um, you know what? What more can I say
What?
except that stay hydrated, folks, and kitties are cute, and most women, not Hillary Clinton, but most women without clothes on are pretty. And remember, there are good things in this world.
Do you suggest I drink and then say that? You're hurting me, sir. You're hurting me. I wish spit on my computer.
Oh, now I wanted to see the camera. Actually, I always
Same
yeah.
choices.
All right. So yeah, I think we just kept on going with that. I'm glad to see at least chat was engaged, going back and forth. Speaking of engage, it blows my mind that MAGAs bring up Epstein, use against Dems every time, and not wrong. Like, you serious? It's the best interest for me. Yeah, but here it's 1984 logic. It just goes in and out their ear, knowing full well that they lie. And like, oh, the Democrats supported Epstein. Then I show a picture of him and Trump, and it's like, yeah, but the Democrats supported Epstein. Like, we could literally see the sex tapes with the underage girls with Trump, and it still wouldn't sink into them. They just don't want to hear it. The age of facts is over. What did you say last week there, Krendar? Feelings don't care about your facts.
I don't think I said that, but that is definitely a feeling that, or a phrase that goes around in both directions.
Yeah.
Facts don't care about your feelings don't care about the facts. It goes both ways.
Let's palate cleanse with something a little better than this bull.
Let's.
Do you like that he's wearing the Capitol building as a hat? That was amusing at least.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mooding,
there's a real
Mooding, the
hippo.
greatest hippo that ever lived. Mooding.
Oh, he's so tiny.
I've been seeing
He's so
pictures of her like
tiny.
trying to bite people, but she doesn't have teeth yet, so she's just like gumming people's legs.
Yeah, she likes the water getting splashed in her mouth, and she's like goes. But
Well,
Oh my
that
gosh,
also, but like
sometimes my rock makes me sad. Right now, I'm sad that my rock is so big because I've missed all these little hippo videos. You all know about this hippo, and I've never seen it before. More.
It's very, very cute. Maybe picking hippo.
Hi guys, this is the Bangkok. Shut up! I want moving! Shut up!
Muda Mudag is the crack for kids and adults too. I fucking love it.
It's very
Hey,
cute.
I'm gonna turn in that little anime girl if you don't show me another hippo
All right,
video,
all right.
Raisin.
I'll find more Mudang. She's starting to lose her interest in the wider world, but yeah, Mudang hippo. But no,
Bite the butt.
bite the
Bite the
butt.
butt.
You see the butt? It's being bit. She is a very feisty little baby hippo who that's the picture that made her famous. She
Oh,
just
she's so fat and cute.
she's a very cute.
She's just fatting around.
Bleh. She likes to bite people, but as friend are pointing out, she is yet to figure out how to bite people.
Oh no, she knows exactly
so
how to
much
bite
skin to
people.
grow
She just doesn't
into.
have teeth
There we
yet.
go. There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Muda. We love you, Muda. There was even a counter art, a lot of people were trying, a lot of zoos were trying to get their own version of Mudang for like publicity, and there was one that came out
Wait,
that was,
what?
yeah, like they were pointing out, look at our baby hippos, aren't our baby hippos good?
Oh, look.
Well,
Doodles.
Mudang. Dap, dap, dap,
See,
dap.
there's where they're failing is by just copying. They should be getting a different animal that is cute.
Yeah, where's our elephant? Where's
Right,
the
a
baby
baby is
elephant?
something else.
Yeah, baby elephant.
Or a
Oh,
caper.
a
Baby
baby
caper.
craze.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tapirs are so cute. I think the hippo thing has it though, because like whether or not people recognize it outright, like it's so adorable, but like when it grows up, it could totally kill you like
Oh,
really
it's
fast.
it's one of the biggest predators
Yeah.
in Africa. Uh, but yeah, it's some good shit. Oh, someone put that
Oh my goodness.
someone put that puppy on that pig. Told you we need a palate cleanse, and after that we need a deep cleanse.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, 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 no.
You said a cute spotted pig.
I was
He's a
actually just
natural
playing
little
this.
dog. Look at his marks.
I was just playing this indie game last night about a fox mama taking care of her little cubs. It was so cute.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh, this is interesting.
Little fox cubs. Wow, the
Really?
hair on this guy.
Freeze.
I do love his brush hair. Yeah, and his
I was just
porn
gonna say,
staff.
brush hair. Is this guy a paintbrush that came to life? It became a real boy.
He gives me a vibe of like someone who'd be teaching kids how to count to 12 in like the 90s for like a for like an educational show. But he talks about kind of interesting things in almost like an AI voice.
Dogs in Australia have started getting high off of cane toad venom, with some of them becoming addicts that veterinarians call serial lickers. The dogs don't start out with the intention of getting high off of cane toad venom, but when they're out for a walk with their owner and scare a cane toad hiding in the bush, the toads produce a poisonous substance as part of their defense mechanism. The poisonous substance has a sweet smell and taste, and since dogs love sweet things, they lick the toads, which results in them getting pretty high. It's impossible to know if dogs actually hallucinate in the same ways humans do, but dogs who have licked cane toads will stargaze and stare off into space mesmerized, or track something across the room that isn't there. But consuming cane toad
So they
venom
become
is super
cats.
dangerous
Pretty
and can be
much.
fatal to the dog if they consume too much. And vets in Queensland specifically have noticed an uptick in cane toad venom consuming dogs. The craziest part is, vets have noticed some dogs becoming addicted to cane toad venom, which they call serial lickers. And these dogs have learned how to lick the cane toads just a little bit, so they get high without getting sick. Fun fact, dogs in Australia...
This guy's face and hair are freaking me out.
There's something uncanny valley about him, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
I think he's a serial licker and he's just making an educational video and
He's
Like
just
when they
blaming
used
it
to
on
show
dogs.
people doing
Your
angel dust
Jack
and their
Russell
hair would
toad
go up.
licked? That's such
Yeah.
a small dog. What did your Jack Russell do? What
The
did it do? Oh, they're
Also,
so high
Red Eye.
energy.
this
Holy crap.
Go on, Crandar.
I was gonna say the whole time this guy is blaming it on the dogs, and he's just talking about what he's been doing.
He thought he was a dog. He was straight. Is
Dude.
licking so many toads.
He ran into the bush and was like, "Ow!"
Fucking so junkie. Every thunderstorm he would stand out in the rain barking at lightning. Nice. Which is impressive because normally dogs aren't. Some dogs are terrified of lightning storms. So
Red.
interesting.
Red,
Or
have you
maybe
licked the
he's
toads?
just
Did you lick the toads, Red?
I bet
maybe he's
every
just a
Australian licked the toads once.
maybe this dog was just like a reincarnation of Thor's dog, and that's why he barks at lightning.
Red. By the way, we found out what the Wheel of Goon was last week. We feel very closely tied to Australia now. Now that's some obscure shit that I would have not known if it wasn't for the internet. With the goon bag and the carousel washing line, the space wine. Hell yeah. Fucking goon bag. Let's
L
I've
to
got
the na.
L to the nah. How all right, this is something. Do a bong hit and watch this. Oh, loud. Oop. Ooh, that's satisfying. So that's how bacon's made.
Yeah, with blades.
I figured
Who
blade,
knew?
but I I don't know. I didn't expect it to be so like just one joint would do that. I wonder how many slices that is.
Probably like 100 or so,
Probably more than
200 maybe,
100. Yeah, I'd say more.
200.
But
And of
our
course,
pieces are so much of a ripoff compared to yours, man.
yeah, that's American style. So I wonder if the machine's designed to cut it in a particular way and you can reset it. If so, why would you ever do streaky bacon except for one thing, and that is this time of year, you put the streaky bacon on top of the turkey in the oven as you baste it so it soaks up the flavor.
There
Um,
you go.
that's the only time streaky bacon works. Otherwise, rashers all the way.
Agreed.
Oh, I found this out through Doug Walker.
Why do I love you? Why does something that feels so good?
Why does
hurt
that
so
guy look
bad?
so familiar?
Do you love
I don't
me?
know. He's pretty blurry on my side.
Believe in me.
It is. It's an old 90s
Being
ad
tight
show.
though.
Love.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at the name. Look at the words
What the
going
fuck?
across. Yeah, this is an ad for cologne.
Unforgivable.
Unforgivable.
Ironic.
Why the tick?
So ironic.
Hold on. Go back to the other freeze. I'm so confused.
It's an
Is
ad.
that AI? Because there's like an extra
No.
arm or something.
No. This is
What is happening?
13 years ago. This is an old ad for
Oh.
Yeah, it's an old
Cologne.
ad for perfume. Yeah, for cologne. But look at the name. Look at the words going across the screen. Sex,
Power.
power,
This is
honesty,
Nope, not that one.
emotion, seduction. Like
Yeah, honesty really doesn't belong in
passion.
that. The rest of it, like, I get it. Like, I get.
Well,
See,
not only does it not.
what is going on? Does it look like that spot right there keeps bugging me? It looks like she's got two arms.
Let's go back.
I don't have my glasses on to be honest.
No,
Not
it
that
isn't.
far.
Oh, I
There you
can
go.
see it. Yeah, there's a
Like what?
It's like a cloth
Oh, I
or
think
like
that's
a
supposed to be.
pillow.
I think that. Hold on. I think that's her leg. Like they're sitting together.
What?
That's her knee.
Her knee must be so bony.
Maybe.
No.
I think it might
Wait,
just
I don't
be
know,
a
the
it's-
nippling
pillow.
there. There's definitely editing going on there because that is
But
boob
it's
enough that there
13
should
years
be
ago.
nipple,
The
and there
AI
is
wouldn't
not
have
nipple.
existed. And why would anyone make
There's
that
but
about
they
P. Diddy unless they knew?
what? Oh
Also,
no, I
don't
look.
don't.
Her nipple is clearly airbrushed out of that.
Well, yeah, because
There's no way that much titty is showing and you're
well, yeah,
not
because
seeing
this is
it.
because this is an ad. They're not allowed to. They can't have outright nudity in an ad.
Right. So,
Yeah, what is this, Europe?
but editing still existed even before AI did it for us. Is my point.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So something weird is going on with that body part.
No,
But-
that's just her. That's her. I'm telling you, it's her knee.
and I think it's a
I'm with the
pillow.
leg thing. It might be a
Um,
pillow.
but the
She's just.
thing,
They're just like sitting down
His
together.
look is so creepy.
right?
Yeah, because it's
He
titty.
looks so
It,
creepy.
it's like post learning about Cosby, you know?
No,
Live
that would
footage,
look creepy no matter when I saw it.
live
That is just a
footage of
creepy
PD's
McCreeperton
freak
look.
off.
Oh, you mean like when they released that one clip of the one episode where he was bragging about the special sauce he makes that makes his wife super horny because talking about Bill Cosby roofing his wife on
Yeah.
the Cosby Show.
You know, hindsight is such a weird. I think Family Guy summed it up best when he was watching the Cosby Show, edited to for updated facts that we know now, and it just shows him dancing next to all these passed out girls, and then it just cuts to Peter
Yeah.
going, "Wow, we were so busy not looking at race, we ignored all the raping." Like, yeah. You know, in 20 or so years, there's going to be a celebrity that we take for granted right now who is going to be, oh, do you remember how everyone loved him back then? Knowing what we know now? Like, ooh, that's just the way.
Loves Diddy, really though.
There was genuine Diddy fans. There was. I mean, there had to be, right? Like, I say that about Drake, but like, there are Drake fans. Like, he's just
Some songs are, but come on, like the person? Nah.
no, but you know, it's the RV artist thing. It's like I think Kevin Spacey's a piece of shit, but I still think he's one of the best actors to produce in the 20th century.
Is he though?
Well, a lot of the things came out couldn't be 100% verified, but then there were cases of him going,
And
yes,
a lot of
though,
things came out that some of that shit was bullshit.
and some of the things came out were 100% true, and if one of those things come
And
out
he
to be
owned the
true,
ones that were.
they're still not. That still paints him in a fucking shitty light.
Don't disagree, but you need to leave room for people to own their shit and get better.
Oh, true, but still, that would be also he's gone really right wing now, so again, not really my cup of
It
tea.
doesn't bother me.
I know, but I do have limits. It's like I grew up with Kevin Sorbo and Hercules. I think Kevin Sorbo's a
Oh,
stack of shit.
you poor bastard. That show
Well,
was awful.
I was more of a Xena man because, well, Xena was a massive hit
Yeah.
for me, but you know, for I recently, like a few years ago, I rewatched the whole of Xena, and oh my God, Joxer is so obnoxious. I need him to be killed off, and they only do it right at the end, right at
Wow.
the end.
Thanks for the
God.
spoilers.
My mom loved that shit. She used to watch Beastmaster and Hercules and
Hell
you have
yeah,
a crush on and
Hold on.
Renegade.
Hold on. Did you say Beefmaster?
Beastmaster.
Oh,
Beastmaster.
okay. Different
It
thing.
was so
You,
goofy.
you know what my ma had a crush on you remember that show Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman?
Mm.
You remember
Well,
Yes.
the
I
guy with the
remember it
long hair?
existing.
The guy with the long
I don't
hair.
remember
Yeah.
it. I
Not
don't
Michael
remember.
Landon. Everybody liked the Michael Landon when he did the that Angel show back in the day, the Highway to Heaven or whatever.
You mean John Redmayne?
Oh,
No, I don't remember anything about that show at all, other than the fact that it existed.
Same. I would sometimes like find her watching it and like it looked so boring to me. And if I went back and watched it now, it most would be like, oh, I recognize that actor, or hey, that's the first time such and such is on screen. But now I'm like, okay, yeah, she was storing that shit up in the spank bank for later, I'm sure. Like it was the 90s,
oh
internet
yeah.
porn wasn't quite there yet. You know? Hey, you know, like I did that with Xena. Whatever, like we all started off something.
I think that's why they made sure to have the equivalent on the other side. Everybody realized the pull of these shows. Like they were real big for a while.
Oh, absolutely. They're kind of
Gabrielle, though, not Xena. Come on.
Oh no, she was so obnoxiously like pissy a lot of times, and then that
Really
whole
like
thing.
Gabrielle?
Yeah, I didn't
She
like.
was pretty,
Come
damn pretty at least.
on.
Anyway,
She
I
was
don't watch the
pretty.
show though
She was
because I didn't
cute.
like the
She was
show.
alright.
But I mean,
She was
Lucy,
cute.
Lucy
She was
Law's
pretty on
right
mute.
there, and oh my god, like fucking those thighs. And also, I just love the random still images of her, like giving the weird ass faces that she always does, like. "Bleh."
The posters were good. The posters were good back then. I'll give it that. Everybody's wall posters, you could see exactly what people were into. Because their bedroom walls always had all those wall posters.
Oh, you know,
You knew what
strippers
band, what
in the
show.
You know, the strippers in the Midwest had to find Xena outfits really quickly when that show reached popularity. All right, let's move on to some fodding, some food. Uh, oh no, I didn't mean this, but fuck it. Oh no,
Oh no! What have you done?
I
Boy,
don't
he's gonna cook his fingers. I can't.
You know what? This is
no actually.
it's actually going to be impressive to see how he can fuck up something as simple as spaghetti and meatballs.
We can't
I'm sure
skip
he
it
can do
'cause
it though.
it's a year old. We don't have to.
Throw more cheese on
Oh,
it
hold
and
on.
the microwave
What
and
is-
bacon.
Question: what does the age of the video have to do with whether or not we're allowed to skip it?
Was it
Because
before or after he murdered his lizard?
oh,
It says
it's got a February 23, so I'm guessing before. Guessing before.
so we're going BP and after and AP, right? Like,
Yeah, it's BP,
is
but
it
it's like
before
BP.
Puff?
Yeah, but it's like only a few probably weeks before it happened.
So he was actively probably no, maybe I don't know. I won't make assumptions as to how he murdered the lizard. Just that he did and he lied about it.
Like we've all tossed our pennies into that particular pot, but I personally believe that he just left the door open and it ran out, and he's like, "Oh no!" Like
Temperature wise, I think he shocked it somehow, but I mean, either way.
yeah.
He whatever the case was, when he was putting out that sympathy shit, he knew damn well that lizard was dead. He stuck it under some leaves and was pretending like it went over under there to get warm in case somebody found it. But nobody
Poor
looked.
poor motherfucker also thinks that like his lies stand up. But he also, at the same time, I've heard the darker theories that he got really angry and killed Puff. Like actually, like
I don't know if I believe that.
yeah,
It's
that
possible.
is
But I
because
think he would
we've
be
seen
more
his rages.
devastated. I would think he would have been offline. Yeah, I don't.
Well, he
Either
was
way.
devastated for like
He
for
knew the lizard was
forever.
dead. He lied. He lied. Lied. We're done. I don't
Is he
do
gonna
liars.
season
Fuck
his
that.
noodles and kratom? Yeah, that would actually be kind of impressive. He did once, didn't he? He did add kratom. No, we thought he was gonna do that because he showed the kratom in a cooking video that he had, and I burst out laughing, thinking that was it. This is the moment he goes full junkie and just starts pouring kratom into this weird brew he
The
concoct-
modern version of Julia Childs. A little more kratom.
All right, I need to pee, so I'm gonna press play and let you guys do this.
Making spaghetti and meatballs. But these
Meatballs, so
these ain't gonna be any
metal.
old ordinary meatballs. No, YouTube.
Like,
These
share, subscribe,
meatballs
guys.
are going to be stuffed with mozzarella cheese and baked with a Doritos crust and wrapped
Not
in
Post Doritos.
bacon. Oh, yeah.
Damn,
Last
he had
time I
energy
tried
back
doing
there.
this, I didn't put Doritos or flour
Uh-huh.
on the meatballs,
Flour?
and the cheese oozed out the side. It was a disaster. So for our bacon, we're going to take some of our Country Crock Original.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm going to big old dump
loves
of
this
that in
shit.
there. I got the pan onto a medium heat.
Does not sound like a
Sprinkle
medium
of
heat,
that
my
in
friend.
there.
My
Beautiful.
former
That,
friend.
that's so much
And on top
fun.
of that
Former
garlic powder,
friend.
we're gonna hit
Of
it
course
with
it
some
is.
He
Bud
really
Light.
hurt you.
This cooking video, I am cooking
He really
with
hurt
I'm trying to
you?
keep
Flipper.
in mind that
This is
this
why
is
the videos
before
are
he
in the
became
80s
a murdering
and
liar.
Ah, the Bud Light.
Put it on the
Oh, this is
pan
before he
here.
cut ties with Bud Light. Before the
Keep
There
trying
we
to
go.
drop
Now,
it down to a medium heat
so
with that Bud Light
goodness.
there, you
I
fucking
did
murder
ask Siri
killer.
on how to do this, so I went and did a little bit of research before
Research.
we started the recipe here. So into our
Yeah, fold up
garlic,
your
Trying to
knife
cook
while
bacon, and
it's
this is
got
what he came
garlic
up with.
seasoning, beer,
fold your
and
knife back up
country
while it's still
crock
got
butter
bacon fat on it.
spread. We're just gonna
Yeah, that won't get into the mechanism and then congeal and start
Mm-hmm.
all those beautiful things like the hair and
Dare
the.
you say that word?
Think of all the
Oh,
food poisoning he'll get the next time he uses that knife on something.
oh no, he's built up tolerance over the years because he always uses that knife for everything.
Gage,
Like,
Gage, no,
Gage, this is my last
Gage,
beer, I promise. Dan, we drink the same beer. One Julia.
Gage,
Oh. Wait, you
Gage.
drink Bud Light? Come on, man.
We'll get that fixed a different year.
plop that
2025
fucking
is a whole new
bacon
year,
into
friend.
there.
Oh,
Oh, look
geez.
at that sexy mother. Oh yeah.
Why are you cooking your bacon in butter?
Start flipping it.
Blech. It's not butter. It's fucking
Fake
vegetable
butter.
oil.
Fake butter.
Butter.
But
It's
why
butter.
wouldn't you even? Like, you don't
YouTube,
need
right
to
now I'm getting the
add
bacon prepped
something
for a bacon wrap
external.
meatballs. I looked it up on Siri on how to do it,
Bacon
so
has
yeah.
plenty of its own fat already. You
What
just
the
put the
fuck?
bacon in by itself and it's good to go.
There's so many points of interest on his face. Like, what's
Egged.
going on?
Egged. He's so egged.
He does have an egged vibe to him right now. But like, look, you've got that mark there on the side of his face. You got that one
The
above,
thing up here.
and then you've got
Whatever that is.
that little thing
Brewing a
there over his.
murder right now. Look at him
That's
brewing that murder in
something
his face.
that's something
Oozing
left over
out.
from lunch, is what that is.
And on top of that, remember, this is good compared to what he looks like now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll catch you in a minute.
He's more of an
Got 6
egghead than
eggs
Egghead is.
in the bowl right there. We're gonna
Speaking
stir
of
them
eggs.
around. Hit those eggs with a little bit of that Bud Light action. A little bit of Bud Light for the eggs, just a little bit.
it's true, Gage.
Now we
Good
got it
beer
all poured
does.
in there. We're gonna stir it around. In our bigger bowl, we're gonna add flour and Doritos crumbs.
Back when he remembered to actually show things to the camera once in a while.
The garlic, salt.
Not right now,
all
clearly,
around.
but
We have
sometimes.
some all-purpose flour. That's most definitely what's up. Tubes. Yeah, I was gonna use the 1 cup measurement, but it don't want to fit in there, so we'll just go like that. There we go.
That is definitely more than a cup.
Put a little bit of that flour in there. All-purpose flour. There we go.
Little
We got
bit.
some nacho cheese Doritos.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have like a food processor to make this, it'd be a lot quicker. Just throw a bunch of Doritos in your food processor. Yeah, and look at that.
Extra
The flour's got
instructions
like
in
a
case
nice
you want to do it
orange
too.
tint to it. That's what we're looking
Right.
for.
Only one
I don't know. I
person
like rolling my
does
meatballs
his
by
stuff on
hand.
the regular. The CEO of Chairbugs. He makes them, but he's smart. He makes it in his back garden. He's currently making Cobes as mead.
It's a lot funner that way. And look, Cobe was playing with balls.
I'm playing with balls right now.
I've
it's
got
cold.
big meatballs. That's fancy big meatballs.
That's
So we got
racist.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 big old
6, 6, 6.
meatballs.
6, 7, 8, 9.
He had to get that.
Right there from Luke Crane.
Luke
Crane's a
Crane.
good company. They make some pretty awesome dairy products.
I remember
There's a
his
big old block
Luke
of fucking
Crane
cheese,
era.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what you want to do is just peel
Welcome
that
to
meatball in
Cheese
half.
City.
Lucerne or whatever.
What is your favorite medieval polearm weapon? Oh, it's the Luke Crane
Meatball, peel it in
hammer.
half.
Yes, it is Lucerne.
Make some room for that one. 'Cause this
Oh yes, let's
meatball's
eat
a
this
little bit
cheese after
smaller.
we've been handling raw beef.
Alright.
He would
Yeah,
poison
don't eat food while
anyone
you're
he
handling
fed,
raw
And
meat. That
pork.
was
Don't
super-
forget the
super
pork.
no-no.
but he
Double
himself is
batter that
immune
son
to
of a
his own
bitch.
virus.
Then we got our fucking Dorito flour mixture
Do you think
here.
he's like a bacteria druid?
And hopefully
Yeah.
this will help the cheese from oozing out
It's like the
side.
Fraggles
If it
inside his
does a
body
little
with
bit,
all
that's
these
just fine.
viruses going around, making him.
Got
They all
some
have little
Dorito
songs
baked
about how they make his
meatballs.
body worse.
That is
Mhm.
It's like
ridiculous.
Mr.
You
Oogie
two.
Boogie. He's
What
just
do
a
you guys
skin
think?
suit wrapped around viruses and bacteria.
Oh, now you made me feel bad. That guy's dead. Oh,
Not as glamorous
This guy
as I
is
thought it was gonna
definitely
turn out,
Oogie
but
Boogie inside.
I
It's just skin
digress.
instead of a burlap sack. Yeah.
Okay, they're the meatballs.
these Oogie could
Yeah.
fucking
We're
keep
not
it
done with them
chewing.
just yet, though.
Salmonella in a Cove suit.
I've never tried a
Gingivitis
turkey
in
You
a
cook the
before, so
bent
if I
bacon
hat.
look like
before you put
shit,
it
I
around the roll. Like, I
apologize.
don't understand. It's gonna be burnt to shit.
Fuck
I was
off.
just thinking that.
Oh, fucking hell, the bacon doesn't want to stay wrapped around it.
Yeah,
You're
maybe
not
because
even
it's
my
all
real
curled up because
bacon.
you've cooked it
Better
already.
YouTube. Oh, the joys of cooking. But now these meatballs are wrapped in bacon.
Also,
So,
those meatballs are huge. They're not going to cook all the way through properly.
hopefully the cheese in the middle don't leak out the
But there's cheese
sides.
in the
We
middle.
shall pray. Yeah. Go ahead and
Just
stick these in the
shred
oven.
the cheese and put the cheese in
There
the
they
meatball.
are.
Where
in the
are the
oven,
meatballs?
bacon wrapped
There are
Dorito
very
meatballs stuffed with mozzarella cheese.
Mozzarella.
Going in, YouTube. YouTube, what it do?
What
Oh,
it do
shit. Those
indeed.
meatballs are
Check
done,
out my
son.
bacon
I had those in
tubes.
the oven for like 45 minutes to an hour, and they are fully cooked.
Well, what was it? 45 minutes or an
raw
hour?
bacon on it would have soaked in. You would have had the bacon grease go into the
already
meat.
baked,
Like that was all
But we're gonna
stupid.
toast it in the oven.
Dude is stuck on
But
stupid.
this time around, they look 1,000 times better, in my opinion. So I am getting better at cooking.
I'm
But
getting
cooking is
better
really
at
a labor of
cooking
love,
trolls
YouTube,
and
if
then
you-
put with apartment burning down.
Did he make that roll or did he just buy that roll and he's
I
massacring it?
think
He
I think he's
bought it.
talking about the
Weekend, my
meatballs not
fans
oozing
are
like they did last
hungry
time he
for
made them.
content.
Oh.
And it's nothing too
Oh.
Because he was
fancy, but
complaining
it's like,
about how
man,
he
if you're
didn't
gonna
use
have
flour,
spaghetti
so
and
they were
meatballs,
dripping
you
it all
gotta
over the
have some
place or
garlic
something.
toast to go with it.
Did he
Now
just
that
use
we
that raw pig
have
knife to cut open that bread?
Yeah.
bread
Probably.
buttered up,
Also, there's no way he
some
made this
seasoning
bread
to
because it looks like actual bread.
That's what I'm
Coming here with
saying.
all
Like,
that
like you didn't make that shit.
garlic
That's the
powder
only thing that looks
goodness
good
that
so
we've been
far, and
using.
you did not
Man.
make that, sir. You're about to
Take
destroy
that
the.
mozzarella
No,
cheese
butter it
over
first. You
Considering,
butter everything else.
of
What
our
the
garlic
fuck, yo?
bread.
Are you accusing our boy of having a history of lying to us?
And there you go, just like that. Alright, let that bread toast
Man, I
up.
love how
and let
nasty the
these,
inside of his oven
delicious
is.
bastards cool off.
That's what's up now. Oh, and
Look at that
think about it.
garlic
The
bread.
the people who came after him have to deal
The
with that.
cheese got a little,
Yep.
There's probably a weird taste
yeah, look at that
ever gets
garlic
felt
bread.
every time they
Look at
use
those
Oh,
meatballs.
they threw it out and bought a new one.
Oh,
I bet you.
yeah. We're gonna start off with our extra virgin olive oil.
There's a
Bottom
joke
pan,
about
gonna
his
do with
dry
that?
spell there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Country Crock original butter spread.
He doesn't
I
have a dry
even
spell
use olive
though.
oil if you're just gonna put corn oil in it.
All right.
Oh, there's so much.
Our next ingredient is apothic
He
red.
genuinely reminds me of like
A
Child's
rich
Play.
and smooth.
The beginning scene where the kid's making his
red
mom breakfast
wine.
and like burns the shit out of the toast
I'll
and
throw a
whops
splash
that
of red
like
wine in there.
country crock shit on
Throw
there.
a splash of that in
Has
there.
cereal sloshing out the side because the bowl is over poured. Like he's the kid trying to make his mom breakfast in the beginning of Child's Play, like forever.
Good wine.
But at like 38 or whatever he is.
It's just never gonna get any better.
Oh, Italy's declared war on him.
Yep.
You just
So
see
the
you just
rest
see
of
the
our
door
beer.
knock and shoe on heads there with like a 2x4.
That would be fun to see.
He'd be so happy
Yes,
because he's like,
support
oh
it.
wow, a hot girl.
Like that second before the board meets his face, he
Bonk.
absolutely
Bonk.
would, and that would make it even better.
Oh no. She's Italian. It's pure kneecaps.
Like I would pay her flight to go over there.
Her and Keffels should put aside their differences and join forces.
Oh, there you go.
Just
They can
you.
have one kneecap each.
And afterwards, it's like a bunch of hot girls came and did stuff to me, sucking trolls, and he's in the ER.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take it. He can say whatever he wants so long as it happens.
Do we tell him about Keffels afterwards?
Tomato sauce right there. Garlic and herb. We'll be mixing
I
it with.
think she
Some of this.
I think I don't think he'd
And
mind
of
because
course, some of the
he's
apothic.
old a
That
naturel now.
comes
So
after the noodles are al
Oh?
dente.
yeah.
What
Oh
up,
my god, what is that?
YouTube? Solution
Ooh.
No.
ready to drain.
Oh, no.
Let's get it.
And as always, portion is astronomically high.
Well, you did ask how he could possibly screw up spaghetti, didn't you? You just had to ask,
Oh, look at that.
didn't you?
Cobra learned how
Yes,
to
let's
use the
blame
camera
let's blame
operator.
Friendar for this.
I mean, I knew he was going to, but I was so curious how it was going to happen.
God damn it, I'm spilling sauce all over the fucking stove.
Did you
This
get
is
sauce
why
in your pants?
I
God
say
damn
this
it!
is why I
Get
make
Of
sauce
course
in
you're
your
spilling
pants.
sauce. Why are you
I'll
putting
eat
the
spaghetti
sauce
for the
on
next
the
couple of
noodles while it's
days,
in the
that's just
pot?
alright. Fucking
Why is he doing it like
Still,
this?
aren't they?
on top of the fridge.
They're
Thank
in it
you.
still.
Real crumbled bacon bits from Hormel.
Hormel, only the
Right
finest here at Casted of
Soggy.
Cold.
Put this
Bleh.
in there, keep
Bleh.
that out.
Only the finest chemicals that taste vaguely like bacon. Let's put the whole bag on here.
Holmes
Take your
eats
bacon
like the
bits,
characters
stir
from
it around the
Cyberpunk.
spaghetti. Then we're gonna add 2 more ingredients to it, and we'll let it simmer.
But you're why? Why are you still cooking this?
One more
Welcome to
dash of
Mount
that
Lardmore.
fucking garlic powder. Some more of that red wine on top.
Yes, you need it for a touch of class.
Final ingredient. We're gonna have some of our mozzarella cheese.
Why are there
to the
so many
spaghetti.
noodles?
Because
That's so much.
I've
Stir it
depressed
around.
eating with pasta.
Before I do that,
One of the best,
real
if not the best, depressed
You do
food
not
ever.
have room for that white
Pasta.
wine in there.
It's never enough.
Blah, fucking retard. Red wine. Fuck. It's late and I've been cooking all night.
Hey, you've in all fairness, you've done
And we'll
much
drain
worse
some of that-
videos than this.
That red wine out. Okay, it doesn't want to drain out.
Yeah.
Well, that's just fabulous.
Oh yeah, Bill Portley's hatred of spaghetti's coming through. Gentle
You
tap,
hate
tap, tap.
spaghetti with tomato-based sauces, Bill? Are you okay?
I know, right? I mean, we're all entitled to our wrong opinions in life. Jeez, limit.
So let that simmer
That is
for
one of the
a couple-
wrongest.
The next day. Oh no.
What is up, fellow
We left
YouTubers?
it
So I have a
for-
little bit of this apothic red wine.
He left
And
that
we're
on
gonna
the
do a
I've had that
sitting
review
on the
of
stovetop all night.
spaghetti
Who was he? My
meatballs that I
roommate?
made. Last night I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning making it. So I turned off the stove once it got done simmering, and before going to bed, and then I reheated it on the stove, the spaghetti anyways. Yeah, dude, it's seriously fucking good. I'm not gonna stunt with you, YouTube.
So let's
like,
eat
the
it.
Good
flavor
bacteria.
profile on that spaghetti is next level dynamite. Let's go. Okay, so I already had one of the meatballs that was sitting right there. I ate it.
Whoa.
After the first 4 hours, the bacteria that started forming was just added more spice.
It looks like from a PlayStation 2 game when you blow up an enemy and bits of meat fly everywhere.
Yes, it's Jibs.
Yeah, look at all those pixels.
Wow.
Excuse me.
And as always, he has ideas that aren't the worst on their own before he touches them. You could
The
make
execution
this
is
work.
just terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probiotic tubes.
Very probiotic. There's so much biotic.
You think maybe oh god, if Casper ever lost power, they could hook him up like Bartertown, Master Blaster style. In the with all the pigs, let's hook him up to the back and let his biomass fuel the
The
town.
spaghetti is so tasty.
Biomass is a good description of him.
Yeah.
But he is the necromorph biomass.
You got all these
fucking
fucking
war.
asshole YouTubers or trolls who are just like, I wouldn't feed that slop to my dog. Well, first of all,
Oh, we're trolls, are we?
dick fuck. This
Yes.
pasta has garlic in it, so you shouldn't feed it to your dog. Second of all,
Good counter.
God,
Got
owned
him.
you.
Got him. God, I feel so dumb now.
Is garlic actually bad
no
for
one's
dogs? I
forcing you
didn't
to
hear that
fucking
one
watch,
before.
dude.
Isn't it too acidy? It kind of fucks with their stomach lining.
You're asking me. I asked you.
Raisin, you've heard? Do you hear anything about that? Anyone in the chat? Because huh. Boop, boop. Let's find out.
I mean, I wouldn't feed this to my dog because Cobes made it.
Is garlic bad for dogs?
Well, I guess
Apologies,
there's something
was in
about it.
other room. I'm back. Good here. Could not
Toxic to
see.
dogs.
Good
Yep.
here slurping. But the comment was that they would not
You feel
feed
me
it to
on
their
that?
dogs.
So yeah, the spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, but then he
Mhm.
countered saying it's
is
bad.
simply
Oh yeah,
decadence. YouTube.
decadent. No. This is depression eating. This is this is what I do when I'm very depressed. I just get a
All
big
of his
mound
food
of
is that.
food and just start eating it without any. It just
Do you leave it on the stove overnight first?
No, because
Is
it's
that what you
usually in
said
my
you did?
stomach. So
Yep.
only time I ever do that is when I've made more than I can eat and I'm really drunk and I pass out. And the thing is, for once he's not super shit faced while doing one of these, so he doesn't even have that excuse.
But yes, he did say
So
that he
he
did
left
that.
the spaghetti out just to like
The meatballs too,
become
apparently, because they were in the same spot when he
Ugh.
came back.
Yeah, it'll just. I've made pasta once that I left for too long and then I just had to tilt the pot upside down and it fell down like a cake. Boom! In just a big pot
I bet it
shape.
held its shape too.
Yes,
Yep.
it did. And I was like, oh, what can I do with this? And in my depressed,
Throw it away.
obese state, no, I should have. What I did was I
No.
melted butter all over it until it broke apart and then heated it up within the butter like he did.
Y'all, pasta does spoil, just so you know. Like you
Yep.
can get sick from pasta.
I've
It is
seen
not
mold on pasta
Let's
sometimes.
impervious to making
on.
you ill.
true, but just to add to that, we're talking about just the pasta, but he had tomato sauce and all sorts of other shit in there too. So his version of it
Yes,
wasn't even
and
just
he
the
probably
noodles.
left the garlic bread sit out after he cut it open with the knife that he
Everything.
used on the uncooked pork, and
Everything was he left everything right where it was.
He must have zero taste buds.
salmonella in a cold soup.
Yeah.
That's why he's putting so much stuff all over everything, because he has to be able to taste anything.
Right, it's the coal miner logic. The reason why spicy food became so popular is because the coal mines fuck with your taste buds and just like they just kill them off. So you need more and more oomph. Like when I get shit faced,
Stop eating coal, kids.
yeah, coal is not good for you. Although a tiny bit of carbon is apparently good for your digestion. I don't know about that. That was an old wives' tale floating around when I was
Well,
a
they
kid.
do make you you can clean your system with carbon. So yeah, but
Burnt toast.
like it will make.
I mean, here's some news for you, Lev. You are a carbon.
Was not good. No, Gage. Tomatoes plus. Oh well. If we're talking about Bill, like I'm actually gonna. I meant to defend Bill. Look. I have a buddy. As long as you don't go this far with it. I have a buddy I grew up with that doesn't eat red sauce either, but he puts freaking ketchup on his spaghetti, and that messes me up.
Oh, that's
I don't
gross.
mind frying it with like garlic and butter or using an Alfredo sauce.
Yeah, could you
but ketchup
imagine
is too
anyone
far.
ever doing
Courtly, you don't put
that?
ketchup on it, do you?
I
Like
have
no
been
tomato
known
base,
to.
right?
I have been known to.
Here's the thing that Bill specified,
No.
though. Bill did not say
He
he
said
doesn't
no
like.
tomato base. Ketchup is tomato base.
No, Bill did not say that he doesn't like tomato sauce. He just doesn't like tomato sauce specifically with spaghetti noodles. He'll eat tomato sauce with other kinds of pasta, just not spaghetti noodles specifically.
Yeah, he's very anti-noodle. He has a rule.
At least he says ooh ketchup. The respect for the ooh ketchup.
Ketchup has its place, and that place is nowhere near pasta.
Not on spaghetti.
I don't pretend that I make high quality pasta shit, but you know what I do? I do know how Cobes thinks because he is a drunk autist who is very sad sometimes, and when he does, he goes and he tries to make food. The difference is when I would make shit like that, it would be a giant plea for help. When he does it, it's a giant plea of praise me as a great chef. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I don't praise my skinhead origins, you know? Like, I can admit that what I do is bad, but you know, at the same time, other people will say, no, actually, that's good. Not to say that comes with support, but I don't know, maybe these days. Depends who his walk, I suppose.
Do I need you to
I'll try a bite of that garlic bread.
It's
Please
I've
don't.
been
chewy.
munching out on it a little
It's
bit.
really
Please
chewy.
don't.
It does look very
And
chewy.
these meatballs are literally Doritos,
That doesn't
baked,
even. What is that?
bacon
What?
wrapped.
He's gonna eat
mozzarella
all of
cheese
this
stuffed
today.
That's a
No.
meat blob,
No.
I'm eating good in this couple of
a
days.
meat asteroid.
No, you're not. No, you're really not. Let me see it. Is it even cooked through? Let me see, you sick fuck.
Kind of? Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's all gray.
It's great because it's been sitting on the counter for 12 hours.
Gray.
Oh, look at the chunks in his beard.
No, I
In
don't
his
want to look
goatee,
at
I
the
should
chunks.
say.
So
No, thank
sad.
you.
Is that's not stuff on his wall? Is that active? No. No, make it stop. How much longer is this?
It's
All right,
almost.
good. I think I can survive that.
Ah!
What is
Cheese
this?
right there at the bottom. But yeah,
My headphones fell off.
I like the way it turned out. So good, YouTube.
Oh, there. Let's move on.
Pork hunter. Damn hippos. Something.
Here. Here's a Modelo Space
Emperor.
Marine.
Yes. I was just talking to my neighbor not that long ago about how if he saves his boxes, I'll make him a beer night outfit to go to the store in.
Nice. At least he's not.
Perfect.
At least he's not wearing the beak helmet. He's got one of the good helmets.
Oh,
That's the new
beaky.
one helmet, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
See,
primary.
Red needs a helmet like that,
Look.
but cooler.
They have the Modelo loincloth thing.
Yeah. That is shockingly well made for a joke.
Right? But you know, with that logic, that means there's a white scars out there somewhere in a Budweiser box.
Maybe.
Where's the Budweiser whites?
Maybe or maybe PBR.
The festival I used to go to, people used to do that. Baby.
Let's see. English is oh this is weird. Look, they're having a fight in. Sounds like Mandarin, and then he just gets so angry he just breaks out the English.
fuck up！每次开会都不提前通知，我都快到家了才收到 news，干嘛？你是要打游击啊？
你要是有什么事情，你可以请假，你这样不开厕所，你什么意思啊？
Shut the fuck up！我身体好了，上班时间还要跟你请假，我不要回家打你吗？
你加了半小时班再回去吃饭不行吗？
I can see them peeking on the side, trying not to laugh out loud.
下次都这么干，开了会吃完你花的饼，我回家还在吃这家饭吗？
你不要整天给我在这边飙英文，谁不会108个英文字母嘛 ？A B C D E F G。
就你还108个字母，我看你是。
Man, I wonder what they're arguing about.
I don't think it matters because, but you know he has to be livid if he breaks out a secondary language.
I mean, I would agree with that in
My
general,
native
but
tongue is not hostile enough.
but again, we got to bring up Quebec. They switch back and forth between English and French in the middle of a sentence normally, so who even knows?
Oh yeah, we already watched this one.
We don't
did we?
judge anything
Oh,
by
yeah.
Quebec, though, do we?
Out to the na. The hell?
This is
That
off
was
a
the
movie.
noise.
This is off a movie. But Junkhead apparently.
Uh
Is this about a wormhole? Okay.
huh. What's this about RFK? Hell, horrifying. What? That was God? The fuck?
Curse. Uh-oh.
Not YouTube friendly. Not YouTube friendly. Was that good for you too?
I'm horrified, and it has nothing to do with the worm.
I like how they wanted to create their own future language, so they just said, how about everyone just has phlegm in their throat?
Gurgle into a microphone for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Gargle
was so
mouthwash.
unsettling.
Right?
No, step up your game, guys. There's a songwriter out there who invented an entire language for her songs. All right, come on, you can do better than this.
Let's see. 2 million for this.
I love some shit.
Right, let's have a look at this
Oh.
Irish rich people apartment.
Now
Oh,
I
hey,
know
an Irishman.
I know exactly where this is. This is outside of us. That's the gate. That's the wall of Trinity College right there, and that's heading off to Grafton Street.
Right, let's have a look at this Irish rich people apartment. 1.8 million in Dublin. Hang on. Why the fuck does the elevator go straight into the house? I'm rich. Give me a fucking door. Right, so now we're going to head into the lovely kitchen. And
Well,
here are
when
the...
you're
Alright,
rich.
apparently you don't want me to look at that. Of course, we have our uncomfortable rich people chairs. You have to have these if you're rich. And no cushions, because they're for poor people.
True. Why the hell do rich people have their houses filled with the most ugly and like unpleasant looking furniture ever? Like just have
True.
So your poor ass don't step.
Because they don't want anybody actually sitting
Have
on
you
it for any
getting too
length of
fucking
time.
comfortable?
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
If I was a billionaire, I would have like I'd get a scientist to create the comfiest chair ever. Like it would be
Yeah, for
scientifically.
me, and the rest of you will sit on that shit. So
Yeah,
you leave.
that's fair. Like I'll be on
Ooh,
my throne of
that's,
softness.
Galaxy Brain Raisin over here.
Yeah, it's a power play thing. It's a dominance thing.
Well,
Mm.
I'm just going to sit completely upright and watch a film with a cold arse. Now we are moving into our tiny garden. You didn't even fucking hoover the fake grass.
That's the same fake grass that they used in Dublin Airport smoking area in one of the bars, complete with the Guinness
Oh,
the
that's
Guinness
so
barrel.
depressing.
I know, right?
Absolutely no room for
it's even
activities
tacked
here. A
down
burglar
properly,
could
or
just
the
take the
Guinness
elevator
barrel's there
right
to
into your
hold
house
it.
and walk out with that
Yeah.
garden on his back. Lovely view of our inefficient public transport. The bathroom is lovely.
Well,
You've
that
got
is
one of them baths
ugly.
that stands up by
Ain't
itself.
it?
This is underwhelming,
I like
to
the
be honest.
bathroom.
You know the world has
Hold
gone
on,
to
was
shite
that-
when I'm starting to feel sorry
Hold
for
on,
rich
hold on,
people.
hold on.
Hang on.
Was that bathtub in the same room as the bed?
No,
It looked like it was.
it was.
I must have missed a wall
It's
there.
called a kinky
Bathroom is
thinking
lovely.
ahead
You've got
open
one of them
floor
baths
plans.
that stands up by itself.
Oh, you're
Oh yeah,
right.
there was no wall.
What the?
That's
That's
weird.
brilliant. That's
I like those.
brilliant.
I do
No.
like those standing baths. But here's the thing. Once you pour the water in and get in, it's really not a good idea to pour more in because more than likely you're gonna pour scalding hot water onto your thigh. That's what happens to me.
One of them baths that stands up by itself. This is underwhelming, to be honest. You know the world has gone to shite when I'm starting to feel sorry for rich people. Hang on. Do I have to sleep on the fucking floor? The money I'm after forking out for this place. Another bathroom with a huge window so you feel uncomfortable about your body. Follow me. I'm
No,
delicious.
those windows are actually really nice because they're not like see-through and it lets all the nice light in. Like I actually really enjoyed a window like
True,
that.
but
Loved it.
then you've got people who
really
might be
enjoyed
able to look in and they'll see the silhouette of your form
No,
and
you're up in the air. I don't know. Like mine was facing the backyard. It was. I don't know.
Hmm.
You know, it's
I
fine.
just think of like public gyms when I see those cube glass
Suppose it would
windows.
be awkward. Like I always had candles at night because it was awkward to think about. Like if somebody was like off in the woods behind the house, like if I was lit from behind and people were looking through the window at night, that might have been weird.
Here,
I mean, it was beveled glass, but still.
only week, only
I like your rich people apartments. Cute.
only
I didn't like that
time
view at all.
no, that was shit. If you want a really good Dublin view, you got to go out to to like the coast, or you need to go just to the south side. This John Prescott died. He was secretary of something. I think deputy prime minister, and he was famous for being like one of the last hard like working class members of Labour before Tony Blair's new Labour replaced them all with whatever the fuck they are today. And he was famous for getting into fights with people who didn't like him, and downing large quantities of beer really quickly. He was a proper like,
Wow,
right,
I'm
mate.
so surprised. I'm shocked that these two facts go together in the same man.
Yeah.
A massive drunk likes to fight people.
He's also fat as fuck. Right. What? Yeah. I think someone made an orc tribute to him.
He's just fatting around.
He is just fatting around.
People pretend to be so proper,
Oh.
but they behave like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
The poster lied to us. That wasn't a hook. That's a jab.
Yeah, it's true. It wasn't the only time he did that. Someone threw shit at him, and he threw it right back, and like he just like no one in the Blairite government was all that great, especially with hindsight. But he's always stuck in my head. As he said a few years before he died, like I've been working in politics for 50 years, but when I die, they're gonna play a 60-second clip of me punching that one person, and that was it. That's been my entire political career. Is this
On
one
loop.
moment? Yeah. And it's true, they did, because this and the pints drinking was the
I see something about roast potatoes.
I like roast potatoes, but I also like doggo.
Ah, little gremlin.
Look at you! You're getting small. A
Oh.
little too scrawny, and I'm not
Where
going
where did she get this infernal imp from?
or a first level summoning, a very small
Yeah.
familiar. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Playing with a grimoire and accidentally opened a portal. Ended up with a dog.
But look at the dog. It's shaking and like it's so pissed at everything. It's either terrified or it's just really unwell.
Probably both.
I mean, it's probably like
It's about to die.
right. It looks diseased or infected with something. Did it try some of Cobes'
See,
food?
Gage gets it. Gage gets it.
Tito's. Yeah, I can go for some Tito's right now. The thing is, though, the dog has no comprehension of what it's looking at, but it's probably more terrified of the laptop. Has like some sort of open maw that's going to eat it. So that's why it looks so scared.
A dog that
amazing
size.
healing power of boobies. Like, look how
Yes.
dead it looks when it's away from her, but if it gets just a little bit of paw on the boobage, it's just a little bit more alive. See?
It's okay.
Right.
But you know, a dog this size is probably lives in fear that the entire world is going to eat it.
Oh, we're just fucking giants strolling the world. It lives in big land 24/7. Oh, here's a bit of a classic we haven't looked at in a while. We haven't looked at any Karens in a while. That's actually no. Hold on. 22 minutes.
Former
22
Air
minutes.
Force test pilot.
22 minutes. That's probably a little too long.
Instant karma is good.
Well, what's the first one?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
And then we can ration this off a Karen at a time.
What'd I do?
Yeah.
No, you just walked into a...
Boop. All right. Roast potato.
Making roast potatoes.
Roast potatoes.
Big
beginner to pro. A beginner, we just go straight to roasting starchy potatoes like Maris pipers and russets in olive oil and salt. Roasted for about 45 minutes, making sure to toss them a couple of times. Quick and easy, crispy potatoes, but could definitely be improved on. At intermediate, we step up the process by parboiling the potatoes first, breaking down the flesh and giving them a craggy exterior that massively boosts their crunch. We then use melted butter for a richer flavour, but mix in olive oil to stop the butter from burning. Then add bay leaves, rosemary and garlic cloves, leaving the skin on to stop them from burning. Toss them every now and then like before for a total cook time of 45 minutes. Beautiful crunchy exterior with a soft fluffy interior. Now at pro, we parboil like before, but add bicarbonate of soda to the water, followed by shaking them in a bowl after cooking. Both techniques breaking down the potato exterior even more. Finally chopping garlic and rosemary. We then use them to infuse melted beef dripping and remove them when the garlic starts to brown. We then strain the beef dripping and reserve the garlic herb mixture for later. Then cooked at 200 Celsius for 45 minutes, tossing intermittently like before. Once cooked, we toss with the garlic and herb mixture from before along with fine sea salt. After all that, you're left with nothing short of roast potato perfection. Making roast potato.
We would have done more the first one than the second, but the second one seems pretty good as well.
So does the third one.
Wait.
Third one, I was like, why would he do it any other way? But I would kind of go somewhere between 2 and 3, I think.
I
always
3
liked,
seemed like a little bit of a lot, but it looked good.
How my mom
I
would.
didn't like the end product. Like I didn't like what he held for the end. Like I would have put some of that just made a compound butter instead of like the drain off and weird stuff with the coating on the outside and like. No, that's more of like, or you look at those are somewhere between French fries and roast potatoes. Like I don't.
Yeah, kind of.
One
They're home fries.
One trick my ma used to do was throw in goose fat in with the potatoes, and it would make it so rich and creamy. Oh,
potatoes.
As you can imagine, you'd eat a lot of them in Irlande. Oh, this is cool. No music for you.
Wait, Gage, what did you do with your sea salt? You kept it in cardboard?
Why?
What the? Gage.
He looks like a young TJ.
So, I'm so confused. Wait, now I'm more confused. What is happening on the screen?
Rolling is what is happening.
Oh, he's got it wired up.
Mm-hmm.
Everything out of context. Oh, damn, SpongeBob. Throwing fucking hands. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Don't mess with the sponge. Fucking floored that kid in one.
He stepped into that right. Wow, look at him playing it.
We need to find this kid's. We need to find this kid's footage. So we can see
front row.
Yeah, but you can tell the damage was instantaneous. He just fell back. Don't ever fuck with the Bob.
You know you won when you're comfortable as hell to turn your back on somebody.
Look at this. Yeah. Look at the scratch. Look, he's like scratching it himself. He's like, yeah.
You're like, what's
yeah.
up? What's up?
What?
Is he holding the phone? No.
I like that he put the gun in his hand.
Thanks to Sponge.
Mumble rap fucking SpongeBob, Jesus. You guys, oh, here we go.
Marshmallow bark from 79.
Yay.
The good thing about this recipe is it seems quick and easy, but the bad thing is that it comes from the state of Missouri. What goes on in Missouri? First, we assemble a double boiler. I'm good at this. Then we melt 12 ounces of white chocolate, either in bar form or a bag of chips. I'm using Ghirardelli bars because I prefer to rot my teeth expensively. Yes, you could just melt your chocolate in the microwave, but that makes too much sense. Why be practical when you can give the illusion of competency? We also need to add in about a tablespoon of vegetable shortening. You can also use coconut oil. While that melts, we measure out 4 cups of multicolored marshmallows.
What was that?
If anybody ever put fucking Ghirardelli and melted it in the microwave, I'd punch them in the fucking temple. Don't use your microwave to melt chocolate, people. Please don't.
Cole,
the consistency is not the same. It crystallizes wrong. I will punch you in your temple.
I love how you're so
Imagine me
specific about
punching
the
you in your
exact
temple if you're with a knuckle too.
the exact spot where you're gonna punch. Very specific. I love it. That would hurt like hell though,
Knuckle
especially with the
punch you in the
knuckle.
temple. Yes,
Oh,
it would.
You've done it before,
oh.
haven't you? You SpongeBob someone over your caramel toffee.
Prove it.
Prove it in court. There was no witnesses.
Marshmallows. Woo! Pretty. Okay, now that this is ready, we're just gonna let it cool down for a little bit so it doesn't just immediately melt the marshmallows. You ready yet? Combine and mix. And into a lightly greased and lined casserole dish. Making sure everything's even and coated. To the fridge! My cookbook for scale. Quite pleasant, really. It's a bit basic, but the kids will love it. Sweet and simple and Eastery. Marshmallow bark from 79. A good
Attitude
I'm not
changed
sure.
once he put it.
Yeah. I'm not sure why they call
Actually.
it bark exactly, but yeah, it looks all right. But also, yeah, I like how half of his videos turn out to be like, I'm expecting this to suck, but I'm pleasantly surprised that I actually liked it.
I think in my big ass list here on the side, I do have another one where he tries and he's like, bleh.
Oh yeah, well, sometimes it kind of turns out exactly as badly as he thinks it will.
Yeah,
but sometimes it
it's a
doesn't.
50-50.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't add to it there.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, Don, what does this say? What is
Listen,
happening right now?
I don't know, but I'm really enjoying this Factorio Let's Play right now.
Nature is beautiful.
That
God
is a messy
creates us all to live
business.
in perfect harmony with creation, dwarfs and humans. We make the thing go the thing, and it does it.
Wow.
That
This is pretty much what my playthrough of Factorio looks like.
It looks like the fire bit is a little overkill. Maybe needs some adjustment.
Tad, yeah.
Yeah, maybe turn it up a bit more.
Yeah. Well, look, it's starting to burn at the base. If you notice, right at the end
It's
there,
like spitting fire.
it's exploding. Look,
It's
there
like a
it is.
Texan. I'm gonna name this machine the Texan.
Yeah, it actually hit the floor at the end there.
Yeah. Oh, that thing's already gone. They wouldn't have been able to kept it. It's already burnt to a crisp. It had one experience, one moment in life to do one.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what it was for, but I loved it while it was here.
It was a failed perpetual motion machine. In reality, it was perpetually in motion.
It was a temporary perpetual motion machine.
It was an indefinite perpetual motion machine. It was a very
temporarily perpetual.
Yeah, maybe for a mayfly or something.
I was tricked by some ultra spicy ramen in Japan, and it's not something I'll be able to recover from anytime soon. I was walking around Tokyo admiring the AI-generated villain headquarters building when I discovered Hanabi, a place so unapologetic about its spiciness that they've gone and made it their entire personality. They serve spicy ramen in about 19 different levels, ranging from no spice to absolute pain. Now, I love spicy food, but I also believe in trying the base level of spice anytime you have a first try. I'd hate to get absolutely destroyed and ruin a meal as well as my entire experience, and then I'd blame it on the restaurant when in reality I should have just calmed down. And speaking of needing to calm down, this place has cheese rice, which is just melted cheese on top of rice. I'm not complaining, but that's all it is, and that's what it tastes. Finally, the moment of truth. My spicy ramen presented itself with a confident.
I know
they
a
need
lot.
To calm down.
A lot of the people I watch, like say Patrician or Mandalore, they tend to start on hard because they always believe that's how the game's meant to be played. You have to go to ask the developer directly, and some games will tell you. Like Cyberpunk has this 4-choice thing to pick from. Baldur's Gate does too. Mass Effect now does, and there is one that's meant to be played this particular way. And then you get the douchebag like say Stratty Edge. I love Stratty Edge. He's fucking great. But he's like, yeah, I'm putting it to hard. Why? Fuck you. That's why.
I have to disagree with, like, some games were made to be, like, the developers are like, you should play this on hard, but I think most games, the developers recommend normal.
It's why it's called normal.
Medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's Dragon Age 1 that I played on easy because normal was too hard for my ass.
I really appreciate it.
That's like for people who want replay value too, right? Like games didn't always have that, but then like once you had modes like that increased the replay value of a game.
Hell,
yeah, so like, all right, I beat this on medium, now I'll play it on hard, then I'll play it on very hard.
And you get little bonuses for it if you did it on
sometimes.
Day. I remember like back when you'd have just 1 or 2 games, you would it wouldn't matter how hard or easy the game was, you'd set like goals for yourself. Like I remember a friend of mine used to play every level of GoldenEye, but the trick was that you could only use a gun once, and then you had to kill your enemy and then pick their gun up.
Oh.
Like you'd set these little personal
Different
like
achievements like
rules.
that for certain games. Like Resident Evil would let you unlock things
Yeah,
if you
so many
did
hours.
certain things with certain
I know.
ratings. Yeah, so
I know some people play Dark
then they
Souls
came out with
games like
achievements
that.
and all of that went to the end. Oh yeah, I was gonna. That was my first thought when he mentioned somebody doing something ridiculously hard for no reason other than to do
Oh,
it
Strategy Edge
to
played
grind the video game. Like that's everybody I have that plays Dark Souls. Like that's why. Like that's their like. But why? They're like because I like the pain. I'm like, all
Yeah.
right,
Well,
fuck
no,
off.
Dark
Have
Souls
fun.
is not, Dark Souls by itself is not actually that bad, but some people play it with like their own inserted challenges, like the pick up and use it mode, where it's like anytime you pick up a new weapon, you have to swap to that weapon and use that from now on until you get another one later.
You
have to use every weapon you find.
For back to Strategy Edge, he did Elden Ring, and it was all just fists. The entire game just on fists and fist-based weapons.
I assume you're not talking about the cestus weapons. You're talking about bare hand fists, right?
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
he when he got to Melina, like he got so bad that he had to take 3 days off making the video where he meditated and he snapped at his kids twice. He was losing his fucking mind to like lose. He went down to the individual frames and realized that the AI would work along a particular path, and he started to follow it. And the way he describes it, I'm just picturing him in his like garage with all these like pieces of paper and like string, and he's like he's like hasn't bathed in weeks, and his family is terrified for him.
And terrified of him.
Yeah. It's just, oh, I have no idea why anyone would do that. But then again, like, some like Raisin said, some people love the fucking pain. Increasingly, that's
Yeah,
how I
and those
play.
people need a psychiatrist.
They probably do to a degree. But here's the thing: more power to them, as long as they don't get in the way of me enjoying a more passive, like the narrative experiences for games, like say
You
Dragon
can't
Age
have
or
an
Mass
easy
Effect.
mode because I don't like it.
Yeah, those people can go fuck right off, like
Yeah.
or people with disabilities who want to play. Like The Last of Us, the remaster, might very well be a money grab piece of shit, but the actual like accessibility options are staggeringly complex and brilliant. Those people deserve to have a go.
It reminds me of one of the most interesting versions of accessibility option I've seen. You know that game, Another Crab's Treasure, which is also a Souls-like.
Yep.
But they have an option in that game where you could just straight up give your character a gun and literally one shot everything in the game.
Nice. All right.
Of Chip Skylark, and when I saw this chilly mountain, I knew I was in bigger trouble than Ferris Bueller when he stole that T-34 battle tank. But this isn't even a little bit spicy. Like Shin Ramen is 2 times spicier than this. I get it, you want to make a bowl that's for everyone. But I thought between the neon signs and the pictures of 90 pounds of spices, I would at least feel something. And now I'm just sitting here in a cloud of despondency hoping that a raindrop will land in my eye. But there is a silver lining. It's delicious. But should I really keep playing it safe going forward? I was tricked by some ultra spicy ramen.
I mean, if he's going for a spicy meal, he needs to have a spicy meal, and Raisin is currently like wanting to say 50,000 things. So I'm gonna leave the mistress of all spices at all times to continue on this line of dialogue. Like, go on, talk about the spices.
He's a wussy. I mean, I would have just gone. I don't know. You know what I would do, but it depends on who's there with me and how far we can take the situation.
Well, he went
I
into
have
a
a
place looking.
particular joy, especially like if people are like watching. Like if I were in a place like this, 100% as the tiny white girl, I'd be looking up and ordering something that is beyond questionable for normal people, so that I can see other people who are deciding what to order watch me order, then watch me eat. Because I love watching people try to gauge how hot something is based on my reaction to it, and then they think they're safe and go further.
And they
And it's great.
accidentally order the same thing because they think it's safe, and they have no idea that what they're getting themselves into.
Or something spicier because they assume if I can handle that, they can handle more.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good life
Then you
lesson.
watch them die in front of you.
Isn't it just? Isn't it
But
just?
I agree with this guy's reasoning though. Like when you're going into a new situation, like you're trying a new restaurant, like go with the baseline thing first, and then you can modify it after
Yeah,
that.
I would
That's
at
the way
least
I would
ask
do it.
though. I would be like, "What's your moderate dish?" Because especially if you walk in
Yeah.
there and you're
Well, you
not
could
Fun
and
fact.
Asian, like they're
within this context, you could consider what you just said to be kind of like a baseline, right? I would agree with that. Like I want to go for something a little bit spicy, but not crazy.
And
right. I'm
Raisin,
not coming to ultra spicy to not at least have my tongue tickled.
yeah, Raisin would be pissed off if she literally can't rim job the sun in terms of heat.
I would
Like,
just go back and ask. I was like, "Do you got something I can pour in this? Like, I need a little
Yeah.
like spicy oil
If
or
you-
something." Like,
excuse me, sir.
really kick it up a notch.
There's something wrong with my soup. I can still feel my face.
right?
You just bite the end off a chili and squeeze the seeds into it. Give them an evil look.
Hey, that's what I don't know if we can pull it off, but that is kind of our plan for January. I don't know if we can actually
There
pull
you
it
go.
off, but that would be impressive. Just to,
I'm
we
here
might,
for it.
yeah.
That's what.
Shit.
That's why I like places like that that'll have like the squeeze bottle of like some sort of
Sriracha
spice on the table. Yeah.
All right, let's do this and then, because we're going.
His motivations were
I
unclear,
like his
but on
shirt.
May 26th, a man kicked in the door at the Sweet Something Bakery in Vancouver. Once he got inside, he walked around for a while, then he sat in a chair for about 15 minutes, and then he used the bathroom. Feeling a bit bad about what he'd done, he then found a mop and bucket and began trying to clean up the smashed glass on the floor, but he didn't do a very good job. He then took some selfies on the store's phone, grabbed a box of 6 chocolate champagne cupcakes, and left. After the story hit the news,
Like how
the
he
man
reported
obviously
himself.
recognized himself from the selfies and called the store owner and apologized profusely for what he'd done. He offered to pay for the broken door, as well as the 6 cupcakes he had stolen. He also offered to give the store owner the orange sunglasses he was wearing in the selfies. The store owner asked the police not to press charges, and instead created a signature cupcake in honor of the man called the Crime of Passion Cupcakes. Fun fact, his motive...
Awesome.
Canada.
That is some of the most Canadian shit I've ever heard.
All right. Now we still have tons of stuff backtracked, but we also have a few since the last time.
Ooh, I am super curious about mushroom ketchup.
Okay. We can have that.
What do you think, Raisin? What do you want to see here?
If it's all right, can we skip buff today? I'm getting a bit of the old lethargy gone over as it is.
From
But yeah.
this selection? Oh, what?
Ooh, deep fried pumpkins.
Fish sausage?
It
You
can't be
already
one we've
watched
already
that.
seen, so
Well,
Which
scroll
one were
back
you?
up to the top
You were
then,
looking at the
and
deep fried
not in the middle of
pumpkins?
stuff
Where
we've
were you
already
looking?
seen.
no, because you see, there's tons we haven't
There's the
seen because
pumpkin
there was so
one.
much. Yeah, there's like boiled
Not around
walnut.
this area, there's not.
Yes, there is right there, right there, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but those
right
aren't
there.
sausages, though.
We already
Oh,
have
actually, snail noodle soup one
Is the
is the
pumpkin one a
sausage.
sausage?
Yeah. No, it's just one of those things where deep fries various stuff.
Oh, look
Well,
who
those
it is.
are
What's up,
short though.
Monsieur Bleu?
Hello, Billy Boy Blue.
Monsieur Bleu.
Billy,
Monsieur
you're
Blue.
late.
We have
I want to see.
fulfilled most of our obligations for tonight. We have
All
sausage.
right, Raisin, what do you think? Snail noodle soup sausage?
Bleh. Sure, why not?
Should be funny.
Yeah. All right.
Are we gonna sneak in any daily dose at all today? I do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I can do. I can
Daily
do
Notes
one
is
day.
great.
Daily. Ba, 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 ba.
I can do one daily dose, he says, as if we ever watch more than one anyways.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. This guy was arrested and brought into an interrogation room at a police station for some pretty serious crimes. When the police left the room, he realized that the walls in the room were super thin.
Like a half-ass punch.
No, but you see him doing the double take there, like, wait. What if there was a stud
He didn't get
behind?
very far though, because on the other side of the wall were more police officers.
Good job, idiot.
Just a bit too light.
Someone failed to make their car payments, so this repo man came to tow away their truck and did an awful job.
Oh!
No.
Oh!
Oh!
Shit.
This person must know that there's a oh my god.
Oh, there he goes.
Hey, Mr. Horse, are you coming to get some?
Well,
These people
surprise
ran away
snack.
to safety after hearing this tire make a weird noise.
Haunted. They made the right. Okay, pause.
Yeah.
First off, they clearly made the right call there. Secondly, why the fuck did that thing explode?
Right? At first I thought it was a cat noise. I was like,
Maybe-
oh shit, I would have gone over there.
Maybe it was something to do with heat and it got overinflated or something. I don't know. What the fuck? That's confusing.
Why did
Somebody threw
tires
an M80 in
explode?
it.
But they got away from that with seconds to spare.
Oh, somebody up.
Oh!
Oh, I would kill you.
She was making a toy review with her son when this happened.
Where is the yellow? Where's the yellow? Oh God! Oh God!
Well,
Oh God! Oh God!
American houses. Finest in the world.
And on the boards in between, sir.
Yep.
I hope that was a total stranger, not just like dad.
Take.
Oh no, that was definitely just Dad. The people who go up there to fix things.
He took off his shoe and put it in the middle of an art museum to see what people would do.
Not just the banana on the wall.
He was trying to ding dong ditch his house, but was immediately
Because he
caught in
thinks
the
it's
act.
an art exhibit. He's trying to figure out the art.
Did you just move here? Yeah.
Nike.
There's a lot of kids playing around here. Okay. Have a nice day.
This delivery guy was upset with how heavy this package was and started going crazy.
Oh no. No,
This
sir.
man lost
No,
his
sir.
job.
No, sir.
This clownfish was
sir.
able to stop the sea turtle from eating their home.
Oh shit.
You took
Dark Souls
Nemo,
of
you're
the
not
sea.
taking my house.
That turtle's got balls.
They were trying to save this Jeep that got stuck in some mud.
Sort of those fish.
Yeah, but the fish live in the anemone, and the anemones are stingy.
Yep.
Full force.
How's that iron? Ooh.
So this is pretty weird. This guy doesn't have any water or oil on his legs. This guy has a rare condition that allows his skin to be naturally shiny.
I got the craziest skin on my leg. Like I got regular skin here, and then I got this shiny reptilian. I have no idea.
Oh. What are those bits?
This deer got tangled up in some Christmas lights.
That's ice capades right there.
Oh no!
I have a question. Are you a good girl or a bad girl?
Bad girl.
This cat somehow managed to scare away a bear.
So cute. Now this cat has balls.
Damn right.
He made a fire to warm up his horses that were in the field.
For the horses here. And this one might have got a little close.
Oh no.
Bro, I went to McDonald's and got a 4-piece nugget meal thing. And I was looking at it. I got a double nugget, so I got 5 nuggets, bro.
Oh. Pride cometh before the fall.
Instant karma.
This cat was pretending that they hurt their paw.
Something wrong with your paw, No. Oh,
Aw.
oh, it's very sore.
Oh, they're
isn't
so
it?
smart.
Yeah. Look at that.
Then
And then it's a miracle.
One of his bad that is.
There's a city in the Netherlands that has goose parades.
Yep, I knew about goose parade. The Dutch are built differently.
She went to go visit her grandma's
I need
grave, but
one.
found a turkey.
I want to see those again.
You
Show
wa-
me the geese again.
Okay, more goose parade. Boop. Next
More
time you're
goose.
around, we'll look at another video.
They're the most
There's a
regal and
city in the
majestic
Netherlands
geese
that
I've
has
ever
goose parades.
seen.
They know the parade.
She went to go visit her grandma's grave, but found a turkey circling around it.
That's who I came to visit, and I just look back and I see this.
Go talk to it.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. I've seen this happen.
Oh my god, it's so uncanny.
This dog couldn't figure out why they couldn't bite this bone.
Oh, no.
I've seen this before.
This guy found a baby sea lion on the beach.
Oye, tú. ¿Qué te pasa?
These guys were trying to
No,
fix his
what's going
door
on?
that was stuck in the same spot for years.
Oh. No.
Here's a smart way to get mom to come back home.
I've seen this.
Oh, that was very smart.
Yep. Even if you don't have a kitten, if there's a female cat you want to come back, if you make that noise, she'll come running. Even if
You're
they
not
don't
for
have
the
babies.
streets, Priscilla.
There's the-
This guy was trying to hunt deer when he realized that someone was watching him.
No.
No.
Hi,
A few
Baphomet.
months ago, a city in China was getting hit by these giant pieces of hail.
Yeah.
I had no idea, but I guess wild tigers exist in China. This farmer
Yep.
was out doing work when a wild tiger came out of nowhere.
Stop.
No.
Oh shit.
No.
Yes,
I was
tigers are big.
I was thinking it could easily jump over that, but no, he's just going right through. Fuck your face.
I pee myself. Run.
Why is this my first time ever seeing a baby porcupine?
Excuse me.
Small.
Aw. Why are aminos so cute?
The shit?
Ow.
Here's a cool robot that can feed people who are unable to feed themselves.
Hey, practical use of it.
Uh-oh.
He managed to move his car at the absolute last moment possible.
So. Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. I thought he was getting hit.
Oh, it thinks it's Pete.
That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
There.
Yeah, that's the ultimate soul cleanse right there.
Okay there, folks, and welcome back. I guess. That's right, mushroom ketchup. Before tomatoes were prevalent in America, this was the good stuff you put on your French fried potatoes. And it may look like Grandpappy's old-time medicine, but we're gonna give it a shot here. Certainly doesn't have the same consistency as tomato ketchup, and it smells exactly like Worcestershire sauce. But let's give it a shot.
Oh
That'll
yeah.
put some hair on your big fat grandma's behind. It tastes like
I
super
want this now.
concentrated Worcestershire sauce. Don't take a spoonful like
I
I
want
did.
it.
That was like the cinnamon challenge. And I'm noticing it has the exact same
I want
font
it.
and almost the same name as my hand soap. Theoretically, we should use this gingerly, like a tablespoon. But I think we all know the entire bottle's going in this sausage.
Oh, he
I also
knows.
find it concerning that they don't really list any of the ingredients that this is made of. I'm gonna use it to shine my shoes.
I want it.
Now, I hardly think it needs it, but here's a little salt and a little bit of pepper.
What? Not the whole bottle. Don't.
The whole.
You know, I'm always so surprised at how much liquid meat's able to soak up. I mean, it looks like we hardly put any of this mushroom ketchup in there at all. You're too shy to shy. Hush, hush, sausages. This thing's already pushing out its mushroom ketchup water. It looks like the time I had a UTI. And there we go.
Oh.
That's why not the whole bottle, sir.
There we go. Oh, that's definitely going down the side of the oven.
That's the mushroom
Holy
water.
Moses. Okay. In
Holy
3, 2, 1. Let's sausage.
It's Mrs. Sausage, bring the big bucket.
You know, for being lubricated to the brim with mushroom ketchup, this thing is, it's a very hard thing to sausage. It doesn't want to come out.
It looks like the meat curdled
With
from
special
Yeah.
thanks to today's Mark
Maybe.
Boxalo
Wow.
box artist.
It was only a matter of time before we got a JoJo reference.
This guy! You know, I'm starting to see
Something
a
about
pattern
Mr.
with
Sausage
these
is very
Boxalo box
JoJo,
arts.
though, isn't
This
it?
bullet blow is brought to you easily, perfect for use. Just cons come with a protect. I use my doing. It's time
God
to
damn, this is a long ad.
say to
Oh,
get
yeah.
up to 30% off site
Raycon pays
That's
well, I
right.
guess.
You'll
I
get
don't
up to 30% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/sausage.
Personally,
So
he
will
had
it
me when he
blow?
said it smelled like Worcestershire sauce.
It does not
Worcestershire.
0.
So I'm gonna
Oh,
have
wow.
to give that, will it blow? 0 Mark Ruffalo's. Here we go!
It made a little shoot. A little shoot.
Whoa, does that look nasty? Oh my god!
Yeah, it does.
What does that smell like now, too, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Honey, I shrunk the sausage. It's just a little tiny guy. It looks drier than dry. It doesn't stink. You would think that
He's
the
long,
whole
he's not
kitchen
thick.
would stink like Worcestershire, but
Ladies.
no disgusting smells coming off of this. Okay, here we
Raisin.
go. Oh, yuck. Well, it's dry. All the fat is gone out of this sausage. That's just crumbly bits. I think this sausage suffered from another case of being chemically cooked before it's actually cooked by heat. It's not a solid
it looks
sausage,
curdled in the
despite
thing
being
you
cooked to heck and
Yep.
back. And the taste is super
Heck and back.
salty, and it kinda sorta tastes like Worcestershire sauce. Kinda regret wasting the whole
Worcestershire
bottle on that.
sauce.
But c'est la vie. So I'm gonna have to give this sausage here a 1 out of 5.
Are we gonna have to roll the
Bop,
closed
bop,
captions
bop.
here
Bop, bop.
and call it Wartawara sauce from now on?
That would definitely be up there. No. What
We're
was the
not
one that
calling it
man?
Wash Your Sister sauce. I
Thank
mean.
you. Yes, Mango's glorious. Watch your sister sauce.
Oh, I forgot to thank Discord member Marcella for the sausage donation ingredient. I will stick it in at the end. It'll be okay.
The phrase "wash your sister sauce"
Well,
implies
hey there,
so
folks,
many things.
and welcome back. I guess. I don't think that's the real name. Good God, there's so many additives. I don't speak a lick of Chinese,
From
so I have no
from
idea how to
Asian
make this.
food?
There's no
I've never heard of
instructions.
that.
But as it turns out,
Right?
the snail noodle soup is pretty gosh darn pungent. It's supposed to be extremely stinky. No wang. So I think I'm just gonna dump a whole bunch of this in a pot of boiling water and hope for the best.
I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it, but okay.
Snail noodle soup. I'll snail it for you. This, I believe, is the actual soup base. You can smell the mucus. How's that tasting? It satisfies the snail craving. I honestly don't even know if the snail soup base was supposed to go in there. And then I guess we're gonna add some of whatever this is. Oh,
it was not supposed to go in there, sir.
This is what stinks, whatever this is.
Most of the times with these things, you don't put any of the ingredients into the water.
That's chili oil. I feel like that should go in here. These are peanuts.
All of it should go in there.
Vinegar. Again, this seems like it should go over the noodles themselves.
You just boil the noodles, and then you put everything on top of the noodles
doing
afterwards.
what Hobbes did with his meatballs and pasta.
Kinda.
And finally, this. All right, fans of snail noodle soup, you tell me, did I prepare this right, or is this upside down 3 ways from Sunday? The stinkiness is on point. Give it a little taste test now. Too much chili oil. How about these noodles? It tastes like snails in instant ramen.
What's that smell?
I want this sausage to be somewhat successful, so I'm gonna add a
We had to talk about this. You know what you can and can't do.
It's not Norwegian fish. It's okay.
Oh, I know what I'm making for Thanksgiving this year. Far too late did I realize that I'm just used to the smell. As soon as I left the room, it all came flooding back. It's a big old stinky stink. Had a touch of broth. I know.
If I ever meet Mr. Sausage, it's not going to be in his house. I'm sorry. His garden, maybe.
All right, the smell is starting to get to me, and it's making me angry. In 3, 2, 1, let's
The smell is making me sneeze through the internet.
Making me all sleepy, boy. Get back into bed.
With special thanks to today's Mark Boxalo box artist, this guy. This Will It Blow is brought to you by Manscaped.
No, it's not. Leave my pubic hair alone.
It'll blow. It's definitely gonna blow.
Shipping it, check out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Shall Will It Blow? Shucks. I'm gonna be cleaning up snail noodles for quite a while. I'm gonna have to give that Will It Blow 5 Mark Ruffalo's.
Very rare rating.
The smell has only gotten worse with time, and I figured out that it's not the snail smell. It's whatever this is. What is this? Stinks like what? Straight
It's
up.
no
dude.
way.
Here we go.
First.
You guys cannot fathom the smell. Smells like the Chuck E. Cheese ball pit.
Very.
I was about to say, how did this thing burst? Well, I can't think of a better time to get it out of the pan than now.
Oh no!
I failed you. Man, how did it hang on for so long? That's the real question. Let's open it up and see how we did.
Basically, it is. It's pretty much.
You know, perhaps more pork would have been beneficial. Why did I make such a big piece? Here we go! I owe the people who enjoy whatever this is an apology. It may smell like the time we forgot to empty the diaper genie before going on vacation, but it packs quite the flavor. You know, it tastes pretty good. It tastes very, it has a very star anise flavor to it. It tastes a little bit like snail. The chili oil is still very strong. Flavor-wise, it's a good sausage. However, the rest of the sausage is a total disappointment. The skin's chewier than all get out. It burst. Obviously, you can see that our pork to rice ratio is just way off. I feel pretty good about the score that I'm going to give this. I'm going to have to give this sausage here a 3.5 out of 5.
That was vile. Both of them were vile.
America balls.
America balls.
Also, they bought me like a pack of 5 of these, so it better be good. Otherwise, I'm throwing out a whole lot of snail noodle soup.
I don't know. Give one to Mrs. Sausage, although she apparently is A, an awful cook, and B, very experimental with her flavors. So
I don't know. I feel like the
smell like though. I mean, it is bad.
I feel
real
like her. Yeah, but I feel like her general complaints about things are hamming it up for the camera. You know. She's probably not as unexperimental as
this was from
makes it look like.
the live streams when it was like a Q&A.
Oh, okay.
And she was in the room there with him. and they were trying to make something at the same time, and she's like, "No, you the one who cooks. This is the agreement. Yeah, I don't do that shit." He's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." I mean, they play it up for laughs, and I'm sure
I
she
mean,
has. Everyone has one recipe, right?
I was talking about the being unexperimental with foods thing, not the whether or not she cooks thing. But yeah,
She definitely has beef with that smell shit because
Well,
he sometimes brings out some stuff that is.
I think that
Man,
started
I
with
get upset.
the fermented fish.
Yep. Oh, well before that,
Oh.
the gooey duck.
Oh yeah, that weird
Smell
thing.
bad?
Yeah, that was what.
I know
That
it looks obscene, but does it smell bad?
yeah, and
I
it
have no
tasted
idea, but I can
revolting.
believe it
So,
would.
there's also like burnt
Shaw smells
plastic
pretty bad.
down there as well, and I think if it's usually seafood, there's a good chance that it's gonna smell revolting, which is gonna be bad for like
It
everything that has.
shouldn't, but like some things, like the fish saw, like certain ingredients do have
A whiff.
they're not so bad once they're prepared, but while they're being prepared, it is
Mhm.
special.
That's a thing for sure.
I'm really lucky that when I make I'm back on the tuna and rice thing until Christmas, and
Tuna and rice
oh yeah, tuna and rice, big old bowl of it, big old pot of it
together, like
together.
tuna, like in a can, or like tuna, like just
Tuna,
you buy
tu
like
I
pieces of
get
tuna.
I get a tuna in a can, usually sunflower based, and then throw it into a big pot of rice, and just flip it up, whisk it all up together, and that's my dinner. It is delicious.
Now, when you say a big old pot of
That is
rice,
delicious.
how much rice is that?
Okay, so I get a box of Tesco long grain in 4 little bags for about and I'm going to say I use I use 2 bags
Yeah,
per
but how much is that though?
let's find out. Uh, Tesco's. Let us bring it up. It's down here. There. So 4 bags, 125 grams.
125 grams is. I wonder how much of a cup that is. I've never weighed my rice before.
Before, after, I mean, like this is gonna be the
It fills the
before
pot
cooking
up.
weight, like.
Like when both bags are emptied out, and I throw in the 2 tins of tuna, and put in a bit of usually a bit of sriracha in on top of it, and then boom. It's not the brine one. I use the sunflower one, but that's the size of the cans. You can get much bigger cans of tuna, and that's it. I
That's a
have
fairly standard looking tuna can size. Yeah.
yeah. It's absolutely filling. It's so filling. I can go for like 9, 10. I can go nearly the whole day after breakfast. Actually, yeah, usually the whole day. If I stay up really late, I start feeling peckish again, but that's usually a good sign for me to go to bed. And that's just that and 4 things of Weetabix, and that's what I've been eating for the past 2 weeks, and I'm starting to feel energized.
Yeah, I only eat this plus 4 of these other things.
4 blocks of Weetabix, like that's next to nothing.
Weetabix is really plain though. I mean,
It is.
Yeah.
I don't mind plain. I don't.
no, I like Weetabix. I do, but I also like shredded wheat. So.
Oh, I like shredded wheat.
I mean, and to me, Weetabix is just like a shredded wheat in a hash brown shape.
Kinda. I use these. Only €1.55.
But I don't put my Weetabix in milk. I
You
just
just
eat
have them
them.
raw? I couldn't do that. You saw me with the Final Fantasy. I had my cup of tea with me, and I was taking bites of that, and then swallowing a bit of tea, and just letting that all work out.
That's a nice way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a bit. That's perfect.
But yeah, that's what I have.
If you wanted to, you could have like milk and dip it like a cookie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it
That
depends on if I have milk that's gonna hurt me or not. Like.
was it? That's on Wednesdays I eat whatever I want. I'm gonna get some spicy wedges and some flatbread this Wednesday for the drinking stream, and I'm gonna have this for the drinking stream.
Ooh. Give me a second. You just reminded me. I have sausage rolls in the other room that I forgot to grab.
Ooh, nice. Well, I'm out of here. So before you go, just anything you want to promote, anything you want to do before we wrap it up there, Raisin?
I think she's out of the room already.
No, just
Oh, no, there she is.
I was, but I came back. Be nice. Remind the people you love them that you love them. Give everybody hugs and be good. And I'll be around. That's all.
Yeah.
Watch these guys
Yeah.
because they're fun.
I have
Yay.
them. Speaking of Krendar, when's your moments?
When's my what?
Moments.
My moments.
Yeah, when are your moments?
Well, we'll be having a moment tomorrow
Moments?
as I've been playing through Tectonica, the In the Cave factory game, and I've basically become Sega at this point because I have unlocked the power of blast processing.
Nice.
No, they have this thing in the game called a blast miner and a blast smelter. So instead of fueling your miners with actual like plant matter fuel or whatever, and your smelters, you fuel them with mining charges. So I will be mining and smelting with the fuel of literal explosions.
Nice.
Good
So,
times.
Blast process.
Processing.
As for me, I've decided to put all other games on hold for streaming except for Final Fantasy 1. So you'll be seeing me later on, if not tomorrow, then later on well, it's actually almost 1 o'clock in the morning here, so it's either later on today or later on tomorrow. But Wednesday here is going to be a special because we are going to look at the 1984 Macy Day Parade and have drinks.
1984, you say?
Yep.
It will be double plus good.
It'll be very double plus good, especially because it's Billy Boy Blues suggestion. If we want to keep on going afterwards, we can. We sometimes do. This will be the fourth or fifth year we've done this, but sometimes we do more than 1 year if it's not long enough. We still have yet to do the 9/11, the pre 9/11 and post 9/11 Macy Days 2000, 2001. That'll be for when people don't have a suggestion. We've done my birthday, we've done Bill's birthday, I think, and we've done Troy's, and we also had 1978. I'm not quite sure why we had 1978, but whatever. This was years ago. They're a lot of fun because bit down memory lane. So pop around. We'll be here having drinks and watching. In this case, watching probably a lot of really outdated outfits. Actually, before I go, let's quickly have a look and see what the Macy's Day
I
Parade.
don't remember why 1978 indeed.
You.
Keeping it real since 1978, bitches.
All right, there we go. Let's see who they had for that year. Okay, so this is what a hint of what we'll pick up on Wednesday. Whatever is that meant to be Raggedy Ann? Because she looks like she's being.
I think so.
Hung from like her neck.
Yeah, terrifying one.
And there's Olive Oil looking even worse. Garfield looking like he devoured 2 other balloons that you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Woody Woodpecker. Let's see, balloons, floats, yeah, but what about this? Get Along Caboose. Count Mobile and Sloppy Jalopy. Are those? Is that the
like
Wacky Races?
Does not sound like something that should be done in.
Right. Especially not for the Children's Television Workshop.
But it makes sense you'd see that on the streets of 80s New York. Or
I
today's
think the Sloppy Jalopy is the cheaper version of the Bang Bus.
Let's see. I think I might have actually seen
John Ratzenberger.
Yeah, let's see. We got Donnie Warwick, Disneyland characters. Robert Vaughn.
I like At the bottom, we got strawberry shortcake and friends, but I can never see strawberry shortcake the same after that one Penny Arcade comic. American McGee's strawberry shortcake.
Stars of Sesame Street, The Fraggles, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dom DeLuise, Marie Oswald, Safran, Danny, Florence Henderson, The Stars of V, as in the show with the aliens.
Like V the Final Battle?
No,
I liked V the Final
that
Battle.
would
I
be a
have those on
weird
DVD.
choice. I
All
did
of it.
too. I found it for like £3 at
Love
like the
that
youth
shit.
place. That was great. That's
When I was a
Riptide.
kid, every time I got sick, that's what I used to watch when I stayed home from school. I would just watch it from
Hey,
beginning to
Rainbow
end
Bright.
if I didn't go to school.
Well,
That was
yeah.
my shit when I was little. I love some Rainbow Bright. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
don't skip out on the episode on Wednesday. Pop around. It should be a great laugh. Especially because I'll only know many of these tangentially through reruns or word of mouth or osmosis through other things. Well, you guys will
And you'll
slam your fist on the table and be like, I
Yeah, I'm all
remember that.
bitch. I had Holly Happy bed sheets, man. Rainbow Bright dolls. Bad.
Costumes, characters, get along, gang. Oh, that sounds that.
Yeah, but what about Paddington Bear though?
Oh, fuck yeah.
No, Get Along Gang was so much better, man. I do love Paddington, but man, Get Along Gang sang. They were friends.
Hey, guy, the
They showed
horrible,
the value of love and friendship.
the
I love Get Along
Berenstain
Gang.
Bears.
Oh,
I had Get Along Gang T-shirts when I was little.
I have never seen this.
yeah. What the?
The
See,
Get Along Gang fangirl. They
I'm
had little
going
books
to
in the
meet
Scholastic
people.
Book Club and shit too.
I don't know when I'm gonna go live, but if it means I have to hold off breaking open the drink for an hour or two later, I'll do it if you're in the chat. Hell, you can even join me if you're feeling up for it. You don't need to drink, but I could
Probably do
definitely do it with a co-host. All right then. I won't put you in the title just in case you can't make it, but that would be fucking
Yeah.
dope.
I'll be able to let you know by the time when you get up that morning at the very latest.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, because I gotta do my shop and then what have you. But I do it on Wednesdays because on Thursdays there's a good chance people will be actually like celebrating Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and like normally I can't, but my holidays this year are a little bit different. Well, they're a lot different than they would normally be for this particular holiday. So yeah, that's
Sweet.
this is the one year on Thanksgiving I actually, well, on any holiday that I actually might be available.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here first. We might have a co-host Raisin.
Nice.
Anyway, I am gonna say good night to you and see you over on Twitch probably tomorrow or the day after. And definitely see you here pretty goddamn soon for our annual Thanksgiving parade drunk spectacular. Till then, see ya. Bye.
Bye.